has been accused of embezzlement. The former Malian Prime Minister Shogun Maiga has been accused of embezzlement. The former leader is said to have covered up some of the financial delays there. Well, is it just a chance of giving a dog a bad name so that you can hang it? Because the military junta decided we don't want to work with you any longer and they want him out. And therefore, if I want to accuse you, I'll find something to accuse you, right? Yeah, man. Okay, now moving on straight. In Ghana as well, the president is delivering his last the final State of the Nation's address. What can he say? What will he say? Especially when the incoming government are saying there are lots of flaws and virtually, is it going to tell us the truth now? And what difference will it make for Ghanaians as well? We're going to be looking more into all that as the program goes on. Starr Radio UK. In other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world as well, no one deserves this. Victim's family seeks answers in New Orleans attack. Well, it's a very, very sad one there. And man in the exploded Cybertruck was a lead soldier and shot himself before the blast. So what was all that? Was Zeta in conjunction with the New Orleans one? What exactly happened? Well, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. An attempt to arrest South Korea president suspended after a dramatic standoff. We'll be telling you more about that. And Slovakia threatens to cut benefit for Ukrainians. Honeymoon period is over. But we'll see what more can be said there. In other stories as well, one that I came across this morning. Okay, we'll be bringing those ones during the course of the program. Statement that has been made by the Belarus president, as whether it's true or some people. A lot of times, well, this work that we do, people try to spew or spin some of the information, and therefore, now when it comes to the UK front, Sweden defends 2028 timescale for long-term social care plans. Well, people are saying that we knew, you did talk about it, you did promise in your manifesto that you're going to do something about it. So why are you saying that, well, it's going to take up to about 2028 before we have any good news coming from there? This is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. And hospital flu cases rising at very concerning rates. NHS England has warned. Well. So if you think that you have a flu or something, please stay away. Stay away. Don't go to the hospital. I don't think. But when it gets to that place where you cannot do anything about it, of course. But cover your nose, cover yourself, keep yourself warm if you can. Starr Radio UK. Now, Sarah Taylor's father attacked in prison. Somebody will say, well, is it that they were told that this man is coming and decided, you know what, you have to show him where prepare or where power lies? What is it? Okay, 20 councillors quit Labour in Starmer protests. Okay, well, before they even started, it's all started there. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Lots more going to be coming your way. I'm going to have Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI in the next few moments. But Bishop Adesina, my bishop, he said, good morning, happy new year to you all, from our bishop himself. And let's say happy new year to your colleagues at the RBE office in Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, let's take a quick a musical break whilst we wait for Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI to join in. And this is Ebenezer from Minister Isabella Elomesiama. He said, that's how far God has brought us. Enjoy it whilst we wait for Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI to join in. Julian, good morning to you. It's a happy new year to Starr Radio UK, Archie, and Koikimedia. Greetings and happy returns. Greetings to all your viewers and greetings to you and every one of you. Okay, let's enjoy this tune while we wait for Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI to make a grand entrance.
With a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say
And all my eyes can see all the words you made. Oh, so beautiful with a shout of praise. I left my voice to say Ebenezer, Ebenezer. God, I look around. Oh, my eyes can see all the words your hand has made. Oh, so beautiful with a shout of praise. I lift my voice to say Ebenezer. Ooh, Ebenezer. Ebenezer, that's why God's brought us. Okay, that is Ebenezer from Minister Elomesiama there for you this morning. Ebenezer, this is how far God has brought us. So wherever you are listening to us from, we never leave, we never lose hope, we never give in, we never give up, we continue to fight on. And I believe that some way, somehow, God comes through for us, right? Okay. Once we wait for Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI to join me. Yes, it's beautiful lyrics there. And OLAKUNLE says, Happy New Year to everyone on Starr Radio UK. Much love and respect to you all. OLAKUNLE, massive good morning to you as well. I hope you're all doing very, very well. And as we say on this platform, Nigeria has not happened to any one of us, right?
More taste. I'm going to go on the radio now. And you wait.
That is Minister Elomesiama. We'll be having her during the course of the, I think the year, should I say, sometime next week. African radio station in London. It's a Friday edition of the morning show. It's a contemporary CEO of the Accountancy Services. Our money to you. So you know what? I guys a few nuts and screws there to make sure that things stick along nicely. So that next week I'll resume. Our money man, we hope that you are doing very, very well as well. I think we've got Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI on, but we can't see him. I hope that he's working on it so that we can see his face in the year 2025, right?
Yeah, Mr. Archie.
As well, or you hear from there, or you can send up everything that happens in and across the globe. Well, my Bishop Adesina says it is a new year, a year of completeness. Thank you, man of God. Okay, let's take a quick commercial break, and once we come back, we'll have Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI on. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Starr in the UK.
Let's try again. I've been in here. It's just a very busy morning. It's busy morning. So let's see again.
Totally commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use Sendwave? Sendwave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about Sendwave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Okay, welcome back to the program, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, Bishop Adesina ended his codes all. Yes, saying nothing shall be left behind. Okay, so we are praying to God and trusting God that He will see us through. Yes, okay. Now, welcome back to the program, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio. Yomi came on and it's now hidden again, but don't worry. Let's see what is happening there. Yomi, can you hear me? Good morning to you.
A very good morning back to you, Mr. Archie. I can hear you loud and clear, but I'm not sure if you can see me.
Okay. Now I can't see you, but just bear with me. Let me see. Okay. We can only not see you, and I don't know why. But just bear with me. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station.
I think we're having a bit of a technical glitch from my end, but we're working on something now. But let's just keep rolling on. And I might.
There's an image. There is an image, not your image, though, but the president's image with the military. So
yeah, I'm not sure why mine is not coming through, but we're working on something with another device. Hopefully, we might be able to crack on that. But bear with us while we try to bring that up. But once again, let me just come back in just about a few seconds, Mr. Archie.
Okay. All right. Let's you need to sort the technical page there out with the technical team there and.
Hopefully this one will work. Let's see. Skype. Let's see. Thank you. Wow. Very good morning. Dum, 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 dum. All right, let's see if this one works.
I think everything that the person has said, you just put whatever the person has said. But what do you think about all that? Yes. I think now we can see Mr. OLAYOMI Koiki. So let's go on. And let me say good morning and a happy new year to you, my brother.
A very good morning to you back in the studio, Mr. Archie, and a very good morning to all our listeners and viewers from around the world and those that have connected through the sister broadcast. And I say good morning to Frank and the producer and all the technical team. And bear with us for that 13 minutes slight delay in back to you in the studio. It was just a few technicality that we were resolving, and that has now been taken care of by the team right here in the studio.
Okay, let me say thank you very much to the team up there in North London, where they are working on to make sure that the broadcast comes your way perfectly. Now, a quick one: how was the holidays for you? I mean, because when we talk about things like that, I want us to compare it with what Nigerians or what Ghanaians or what Africans, most of them, were doing as compared to how you had your time here.
Well, it was a beautiful one as we were getting into the Christmas period and straight into the new year. The countdown is always quite important as well. But the most important part is that having the opportunity after over 2 decades of living in the United Kingdom, to live in where at least you can still have that meal, for the Christmas, that Christmas gift. It seems that as much as we have quite a high percentage of Christians in Nigeria, but in terms of the Christmas, it seems that the poverty level has kicked in, and that means we saw just before the Christmas period, we saw almost about 3 different stampede from Ibadan, to Anambra to Abuja. But the most important thing, like I said, is having that quality time with the family is very, very important. And I believe the government could do quite a lot to rectify the poverty level in Nigeria. Let me come back again to you in the studio, Mr. Achi.
Well, listen, let's start Radio UK. Just bear with us with some of the noise in the background, but I hope that you are. Yes, it's gone down now. But that is Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI in our North London studios, and we are bringing you updates from Nigeria. But before we come to some of the substantive points or topics that we put here, now the incident that happened in is it Ibadan, where there was a stampede and the children. How many children? I've forgotten, about 30 or something.
It's about 35 children. Died. During the what could have been another Christmas event. By the former wife of the king. Naomi. That they both herself and OLAYOMI Hamzat. The media publicity have now been held in the prison. But again, as we were just getting over the stampede in Ibadan, we saw the same thing happening in Anambra, similar thing, and we saw the same thing just happening as well in Abuja as well. But again, it is 35 children that lost their life at these very very, very sad incident. As I speak to you right now, we don't have the names, we don't have the pictures of these 35 children. But again, these all took place just in Ibadan, where they were meant to organize what they called a fair at the Islamic High School, Basharun, to gift about 5,000 children. But it seems that many more arrived because of the poverty level in the country.
Well, listen, it's quite a sad one thing that happened, but a quick one still there. Now, when it comes to health and safety, and it comes to organizing fan fairs, because if these people did everything, they put everything, and there may be the number of people who came in were over the top, and therefore the facility couldn't handle them. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Is the health and safety issue there? Is it rigid enough? Is it strong enough to help protect our children?
Well, I've been listening to quite a lot of the event organizers. I believe quite more could have been done to avert this kind of incident, especially when the women affair was also told just prior before the event itself. I mean, we saw Queen Naomi visited the women affair in Ibadan, and you would have expected that things would have been taken care of before the event itself. Yes, there were some lapses, stampede does happen. In Canada, I saw a particular one as well where people were queuing, but the difference is there was no stampede. There's poverty in the UK, there's a lot of inflation happening around the world. But when you look back to Nigeria this morning, you could tell that everybody is looking for, where they can get, support when it comes to, the food support. And that, I believe, led to, the crowd. I mean, about 700 people arrived a night before, and you can imagine that people were throwing their bait across, the fence, just, as, the food situation in Nigeria is becoming quite alarming.
Wow, wow, wow. We say may their souls rest in perfect peace, and to the families, our condolences there. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI in our North London studios. I'm actually here, the South Studios, and we are bringing you updates from Nigeria. Now, let's move on to some of the substantive issues that you put across here. At least there was some good news. One of the youth who have grown up to be a world champion, boxing champion, former world heavyweight boxing champion, Anthony Joshua, paying a courtesy visit to the presidency. I mean, virtually, we know that he hails from Nigeria as well. So how did they receive it, and how has that actually helped to maybe prop up some of the image of Nigeria?
Well, the image of Nigeria, let's take you back to, Kemi Adeosun, the leader of the conservative, battered Nigeria in the last, towards the end of 2024. And I believe, when it comes to publicity of a government, the government is also looking to get, as much of the best out of, their diaspora, to come back home and give that image that, might be of benefit, to the government. Yes, as, we were all receiving the news of Anthony Joshua. Remember that Anthony Joshua met, with the former president Muhammadu Buhari here in London. But it seems that, it's other reverse, as he has had to travel, to Nigeria and being hosted by, dignitary. The president is still probably preparing to make his way back after, being on holiday in Lagos State in his Bodilon house in Ikoyi. But like I said, the former heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua Wednesday paid a courtesy visit, to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at his residence in Lagos State. Joshua, a British-Nigerian boxer and a two-time world heavyweight champion, also presented the president with the autographed glove, which is what you're watching behind me right there. And, and it was read that to the great Ashiwaju, the Jagaban of Bogor of Africa, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this was disclosed. That is what is actually, written on the glove there. But who is Anthony Joshua? And a lot of people might know him because of his boxing career in the UK, but also is someone that hailed from Ogun State. It was also hosted by the Ogun State governor as well, and is also someone that many people believe that is a beacon to many of the youth, especially when you look at the boxing in Nigeria. Quite a lot of Nigerians are doing very well. There's a particular one that is doing well as well in Japan, and we have quite a lot of them. But the question is, can the government take advantage of this man and make that country, for some that still believe, not me, if boxing can be used, to take out the poverty? Because we know, many, Anthony Joshua also, we know, we're going to, I'm sure Anthony Joshua also went through a lot while he was in UK before he became, the known person. Many of the Nigerians that are running around the street this morning, I think boxing can be used, to take them out of the poverty level. But that is if the government is serious to look into that. So, as usual, Bayo Ononuga, the president, media personality says, President Bola Tinubu received an autographed glove from the former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua when he visited the president at his Ikoyi residence, timely on January 1st.
That's a good one there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI. Juliet says, thanks Starr Radio and Koikimedia for highlighting Anthony Joshua's trouble in Nigeria. I mean, sometime, I think last 2024, we had Meghan Markle also and Prince Harry also visiting Nigeria. So all these. Now, let's talk about the insecurity that is going on in Nigeria. Do you think that during this Unitide or this holidays, whether it came down, was it better? I mean, because you have high-profile people traveling down, and did you see that it came better? Was it good?
Well, let's take you back to just prior before Anthony Joshua was arriving. Australia government released an advisory warning to their citizens traveling to Nigeria to avoid any travel. Though Nigeria has also, hit back, to the Australian, telling Nigerians to avoid traveling to Australia because of Islamophobia and many other attacks as well. But what do we know in terms of what, Australia was telling the citizens? That probably maybe the government is saying, look, if Anthony Joshua, can be in Nigeria, can also, move around, there's safety security in the country. But we do know from the statistics that 2.2 million Nigerians have been adopted, from May 2024 up to, May 2023 up to April 2024. 2.2 trillion naira has been paid. The highest paid is somewhere in the northwest, with an average Nigerian paying about 2.2 million naira. So when we talk about, security in the country, the federal government now says, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, is warning Nigerians to travel to Australia to be wary of the prevailing security situation in some of the cities in the country. This was actually contained in a statement by the spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja on Tuesday. The statement said the warning became imperative due to the reported cases of discrimination, harassment, verbal abuses, and target at foreigners. But this is different from Nigeria, where people have been kidnapped, killed, and also being able to pay the ransom. We're talking about, since the government of Tinubu has been in power, 2.2 million Nigerians have been adopted. We don't know how many of them have been killed, but we're talking about over 2.2 trillion also have been paid for the terrorists in the country. So it seems that the government is saying, look, as much as Australia might be talking about Nigeria insecurity, but the one thing that was also highlighted in the Australia, Australia talking about Nigeria, is what they call the civil unrest that might happen in 2025.
Well, is there going to be a civil unrest or not? Well, we all live to see. Olorami Kilanko says, good morning at Starr Radio UK, Archie, Olayomi, Frank, and the rest of the team. And Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, Olorami. It's a good morning at OLAKUNLE, and Happy New Year, OLAKUNLE, there for you. Juliet says, hey, King Koiki, you are looking great, beautiful. Put in your diary an invite. They are inviting your presence in Ireland in June and July, by God's grace. So, Yomi, pen it. I think
Thank you so much, Julia Macapila.
Yeah, Juliet Macapila. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. We'll go back to Yomi for the rest of the stories making the rounds. But before then, Catholic priest allegedly shoots boy dead in Imo. What happened? Was he being pursued as maybe somebody who was a criminal? And then do priests also have guns as well? Yomi.
Well, when I got the news this morning, is another sad news that comes out of Nigeria. I mean, these are young Nigerians that were playing during the New Year period, and I believe they were using the banger or the knockout, as we might talk about it, within the vicinity of the church, thrown into the church. We do know that there are some Nigerians that have license to pump rifle. As long as the government has given you the license, you can have it within your premises, but it has to be well kept. But it seems that this particular cleric of man of God decided to use it. But what I believe from what we heard, and the police, and I'm trying to put that story up quickly, is that the weapon jammed itself after the first fire was thrown onto the air. And while he was trying to get it sorted out, it seems that one bullet was discharged. Unfortunately, that bullet killed an innocent Nigerian. He has been now, been held, and investigation is still ongoing. But again, the question is, how are the safety of weapons? We've seen a lot of killings, also, in America, where officers discharge, this weapon. Also, we've seen cases like that. Bolale Rahim was killed 2 years ago in Nigeria after an officer discharged, their firearm. We are also getting a similar incident in Ekiti State. A police officer accidentally discharged of a firearm that reportedly kills a woman in Ekiti State. But let's talk about, the particular one that you've talked about just about a few minutes ago. And I'm just going to pull that up. And I have the story here. A Catholic priest, Reverend Joseph Eninya Naya, has been arrested in Imo State for allegedly shooting a teenage boy dead after he threw a knockout inside the church. This happened during the New Year Mass held at the St. Columbus Catholic Church in Amanio, Ikeduru, a local government. We pray for the family. And like I said, as we go from there to Ekiti State, there's another firearm discharge. At Do Ekiti, a police officer accidentally discharge of a firearm claiming the life of a woman in Nigeria's southwest city of Ado-Ekiti. This happened yesterday, according to the local news outlet reporting citing the police. The incident occurred near Okela police post, where the woman had reportedly gone to visit a detained husband. While standing outside the saloon opposite the station, the victim was reportedly struck by the officer's bullet, was rushed to the nearest hospital where she was pronounced dead by the medical personnel. The Ekiti State Commissioner of Police, AIG Akinwale Adeniro, was quoted as saying that the officer involved has been disarmed, detained for interrogation in line with the Police Act.
Wow. Let me say good morning to Gina for also joining in and watching us as well. But here, if a police officer wrongfully, even not wrongfully, discharges their arm, whatever it is, their weapon, whatever it is, there will be some investigation. Do you believe that investigation is going to take place in Ekiti State? And how true would that investigation be?
When it comes to investigation, let's see if we have even been able to get, the final judgment of, the death of Bolanle Rahim. Like I said, Bolanle Rahim was a lawyer that was eventually killed by accidental discharge of a police officer in Lagos State on Christmas Day. She was also carrying a twin that died along with her. Nigerian court has sentenced Monday a police officer to death for shooting. Well, he has been sentenced, but there's no evidence yet that has been taking place. Maybe they are still preparing for that. Maybe that is going to happen. That is where the question is being asked from what you're saying. The judge has given sentence to Monday that killed Bolanle Rahim, but that sentence has not yet been activated. Maybe it might take some process, maybe it might take some time, but I will have to monitor that and report that back to you, hopefully before the end of the year, if such has happened. It's not the first time that we are witnessing, police killings across the world, but when it comes to Nigeria, there are many police brutality, and that is what led to the NSAS. If you remember, Nigerians were coming out that the officers were, intimidating and killing, innocent Nigeria. You would thought that would have been sorted out. But like I said, we would have to wait to see if this officer in Ekiti State will be charged to the court of law and be sentenced in accordance to whatever the offense is. But after nearly a year, Justice Ibironke Harrison of the Lagos State High Court found a police officer, Darambi Vande, guilty of one count of murder of Bolanle Rahim, who was pregnant at the time when she was shot dead on Christmas Day the year before, according to the report. But again, he has not been given the judgment, even though the sentence has been given by the Justice Ibironke Harrison of Lagos State, and this was in 2023.
Well, we'll see what happens from there, but it's all coming your way from Starr Radio. Okay, one of the before I hand over for you to bring you the rest that is making the rounds and on other platform. Julia says, thoughts and prayers are with all the families, and really sad news. Let's hope good justice will serve and a good investigation be looked upon. Hopefully, we will see about that. But the president made the State of the Nation or a speech to the nation crossing over or in a New Year's speech. But how has Nigerians taken it? Because it captures everything. I mean, from security to finance to the economy to everything. How has Nigerians taken it as a whole?
Well, let's go to where the analysis from the business section, because if you have to know if the country is working, you got to tell from the business sector, and we're talking about from the small scale, businesses. As we know in the UK, I'm looking out my window. It's a very quiet road. It's been like that since Christmas, going into the new year, as many people have traveled. But the continuity means that we still have the white vans that are moving around. We have things that are being done, But the LCCI, Loud Tinubu's New Year speech, highlight key themes for economic growth and development. The LCC praised Tinubu's focus on credit access, international collaboration, ethical citizenship for economic transformation in his New Year speech. Who are the LCC? These are the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Yesterday described President Bola Tinubu's New Year speech as boosting critical themes relevant to the nation's growth. Well, we would have to find out from the real Nigerians on the road, in the market, but this is what the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I hope they are not being biased as a part of Tinubu's, game, because we know how this works. Because the president was holding Lagos for 8 years. He's still holding Lagos as we speak right now, even though he's out of Lagos State as the president. But let's just go with what they are saying. It says the themes were such that could even help Nigeria achieve our goals of becoming a $1 trillion economy through more collaboration with international community, improving the country business environment. These critical themes, it added, included the announcement of the National Credit Guarantee Company and the president's desire to work more collaboratively with the international community and its focus on ethical citizenship and shared value. In response by the Director of the General of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce, Dr. Shinyeri Alamona, the situation reiterated our concerns about the consistency of policies, which is where Nigeria has failed for a very long time. Consistent. A new governor comes in, he abandoned the whole project and started a fresh project. The continuity has never been in Nigeria, even though we came back into democracy in 1999. And prior before that, as the military were moving from coup to coup, it has taken the country backwards for the last 6 decades.
Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, Julia says, my question, when will some of our African countries understand the importance of having good security for our own people, good safety, and only when we can learn how this impacts on our nation? Africa is beautiful. May our people learn to appreciate Africa. Well, that's why the Zongo man, at the end of the program, I'm going to bring you his tune. He says, the problem of Africa is the greed who run things. Those who come into power, they are so greedy, they are looking at themselves, their pockets, and their dogs. And that's it. But let's see. Maybe a new year, a new dawn. But myself and Yomi will be here to tell you everything that is happening. So at this juncture, I'm going to hand over to you, Yomi, for him to bring you the rest of the stories making the rounds. What is happening on social media platform? Over to you, Yomi.
One dead, groom hospitalized as bride allegedly poisoned wedding guest in Nigeria. Imagine you're attending a wedding and it's been poisoned by the food or the drink that you're going to consume. This is happening in Jigawa State, according to the police. What do we know? A wedding in Nigeria, northwestern state of Jigawa State, has turned sour after a bride allegedly poisoned the food served at the reception, with the groom being hospitalized, one guest killed in the incident, according to the police this morning. The incident occurred in Jahun local government area of the state, according to the Jigawa State Police Command. We received a report that the bride attempted the food served at the wedding reception, leaving the groom critically ill. What could have led this to happen? Police have arrested 2 suspects in connection with the alleged food poisoning incident that occurred during the wedding ceremony in the state. Adam revealed that the 2 suspects are the bride and another female, adding that they are now in the custody being interrogated by the Criminal Investigation Department of the command. Well, it seems that Nigeria should, prepare for the, for the hike in the tariff, for those of them that are using, the networks back home. The telecommunication companies in Nigeria proposed 100% tariff hike, and they await approval from the government. The telecommunication companies in Nigeria have submitted to the Nigerian Communication Commission a proposed 100% increase in their tariffs amid addressing rising operational costs, including inflation, increase in service delivery expenses. This was known by the MTN Nigeria Chief Executive Officer, Carl Toriola, made this known during an interview yesterday. Toriola expressed that it remains uncertain whether the Nigerian Communication Commission, the telecom regulator, will approve the proposal. It seems that Nigerians are being hit back to back, with many of the cases that is happening. Well, it seems that as many are preparing, for what could happen in the new year, we can go straight to, Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho's New Year message, to Nigerians that are Yorubas to beef up and prepare, for this particular year that will be the year of a push. And as many headlines are coming up with different ones, and as also as a spokesman, no going back on the push for Yoruba nation. It is non-negotiable. This is coming from Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as AKA Igbowo, that spoke, through his spokesman, OLAYOMI Koiki, reaffirming the quest for the Yoruba nation, Oodua nation. Dr. Chief Sunday Igbowo used the occasion to reassure all the Yoruba people that the pursuit of the self-determination remains a steadfast and a non-negotiable. Chief Sunday, is a prominent figure in the Yoruba self-determination movement, has also extended heartfelt New Year wishes to all the Yoruba sons and daughters, both at home and in the diaspora. Through his spokesman, OLAYOMI Koiki, Chief Igbowo conveyed his prayer for the prosperous and the joyful year for everyone, and also, for the life spent by the late wife of the leader of the Yoruba self-determination, Mrs. Julie Olubusola the wife of Professor Akintoye, that passed on to the glory of the Lord on Christmas Day. Igbowo extend, greetings to the family, and also talked about, he emphasized that the collective commitment of achieving the freedom, and urged everyone to prepare for a peaceful rallies, protests that will amplify the demand for Yoruba sovereignty. Remember that just about some 2 months ago now, a letter was delivered to number 10 Downing Street on behalf of Professor Akintoye by Igbowo and the rest of the team, Ifelodun, and the rest of the Yoruba world media. And it seems that there are many questions that are still being asked. What is the purpose of the letter? It seems that that letter is still giving a lot of concern. Also, we can give you an update of Simon Ekpa, coming from, Dr. Ngozi Orabweze as, the chief officer, taking care of the Biafra situation since Simon Ekpa has been held in Finland. It seems that the Nigerian government are still making a push, to bring back Simon Ekpa to Nigeria for crime according to the federal government of Nigeria. But it seems that the federal government is running away from going to Finland to give all the details of what we need to know of the crime against Simon Ekpa himself. And as Simon Ekpa, Nigeria submit extradition requirement to Finnish government. But let's first understand this. Nigeria doesn't have any treaty with Finland, and it will be very difficult for Finland to allow its citizens, to be taken back to any part of the world. You have to bring the case to Finland for that to be looked into. But it seems that from information, the Nigerian government is running away from going to Finland to defend their case against Simon Ekpa. So according to the chief, Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, Simon interrogation is advancing, and we hope that restriction will be lifted soon. He has more access to his family now in Finland. Nigeria has no extradition agreement with Finland, and Finland, like any other European Union country, does not extradite its citizens outside the region. Nigerian government is frustrated that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa of the United States of Biafra has no case to answer and will soon be out of investigation. Please ignore the lies from the Nigerian terrorist enabler, Christopher Musa. And this is coming from Ngozi Orabweze. Let's go to what is happening on the social media at exactly 11:44 this morning, as so much is being discussed. But the most part is many Nigerians are still asking, are we truly Nigeria, or is this just this amalgamation that many will be talking about within the next couple of days? Because remember, Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914 January, but as many Nigerians are still questioning whether we are a one united country, let's listen to some of these briefly from these, as many are not questioning the Hausa Fulanis. Are they one, or are there two different people? It seems that that clarity is coming through. Let's hear this quickly. What is going on in the and this is being by the chief Mustafa, the spokesperson for the Nigerian military, speaking somewhere in Nigeria.
It's the Hausa Fulani fight. We don't mention it. That is the bottom line. The Fulani man feels anytime he comes to town, he's molested, he's killed. the Hausa man believes that the Fulani man using his headsmen enters his farm and destroys his crops. So it's been a long time, I'm sure you're aware, it's been a long time issue that had not been addressed. So it's a political issue. The difference between Fulanis and the Hausa is that Fulani, they have their own tribe. They have their own language. Yes. The way they speak is different from Hausa. Yes. If you listen to a Fulani man speaking, yes, with the way a Hausa man will speak, yes, they are quite different. Yes. But what makes them to become one is that religion. They came with that religion and they said to them they are one. But yes, it's good that religion make you one. But at the same time, if you people say are one, then why, because of the religion, you later become emir in their states. A state that is supposed to be ruled, governed by a Hausa man. When you go to Kono, when you go to Kasina, they even extended into Sokoto. You even go to Kaduna, you will see it's a Fulani man. It's a place that is supposed to be dominated, it's supposed to be ruled by the people of that state. By the people of that state, but you will see a Fulani man become. So Fulani man, they are play. For me, it's like they betray them.
Well, that is a part of the, what Nigerians are reacting to, but also this came to us as well.
There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves. We are not Nigerian. Okay, where is Nigeria? Where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that have been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say, pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria are not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria.
The people who wants to be that one Nigeria has not agreed. And the final one coming, Tinubu regime pushing my family, destroying our businesses because I am opposing him, Peter Obi.
Quite an interesting and a lot to take in there. But listeners, I hope that you enjoy all that update coming your way from Nigeria, from our North London studios, where Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI. But before I let Yomi go, now has the government reacted to, that's the federal government, the push by the Yoruba nation, the push by the United States of Biafra? Have they reacted, apart from the fact that they are trying to get someone extradited to Nigeria, which we know that Finland has not got an extraditory treaty with Nigeria, and therefore for that to come in will be quite difficult. But what have been their reaction?
Well, Tinubu will have to deal with more too. Arewa is now, taking their way out to say that the Hausa wants to have an independent. There's a video that has been released by one of their clerics saying that, we can no longer have the tolerance of, open women dressing anyhow in the north. It will be of benefit for them if they cut out of Nigeria and have their own Sharia country where they can be able to control things. The Middle Belt are saying that we are not Hausa. Stop taking us as part of Hausa, and they are pushing. So it seems that it's no longer about the Biafra and the Yoruba anymore. It's about two extra more coming onto the table, asking for the the right to self-determination. President Bola Tinubu, as many are saying that, it seems that it's pushing, on a different agenda, the agenda to remain as one Nigeria. But there are some things that is doing that is not feeling on very, very comfortable with the northern part of Nigeria. The tax reform is coming in. It's talking about, history that Obasanjo removed. And if you have lost your history, you have definitely lost, who you are as an identity. So Tinubu has instructed that history should return back to the secondary and the primary school as quickly as possible. And that could be an exposition to who we are because of the identity theft that took place. So he's not really talking about the Yoruba nation. He's not talking about the, the Biafra, and he's not even giving any signal to whether he's a supporter of any of the two. But a lot of the Northerners are very skeptical, and they are saying that as the 2027 is moving, some are saying that hope is not another distraction that Tinubu wants to use the Yoruba nation to gain that popularity. But as Igboho says there, we remain away from politics. We remain away from the current administration. And as he has stated clearly all the time, if any of the politicians can come out and say categorically that he has been paid and they should put their children in the line as well, he will be very happy to that. For over 4 years now, no politicians has come out to say Igboho has received any kind of donation or payment from them.
Well, the truth will always stand, no matter how much you try to push it down. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, and now on behalf of Starr Radio UK, Yoruba Nation, and all the sister broadcast stations, Koikimedia, we want to wish our Professor Akintoye and the family condolences, and we say Mama Akintoye may her soul rest in perfect peace there, as she was called into glory on the 25th, the Christmas day. And we say that it will be quite a difficult time. I mean, every Christmas you remember it like no man's business. But well, we say may their souls rest may her soul rest in perfect peace. But Yomi, before you go,
well, it's the new year, it's the 2025. There's a lot to to gain out of the Starr Radio UK network. But if you don't follow and if you don't subscribe, you might miss out, because 2025 seems to be a very busy year, from prophecy to education to economy. And as we saw things happening in America, where the first terrorist attack is happening, it seems that 2025 is 1 year that has just kickstart. But make sure you tune into the Starr Radio UK with myself and Archie and the rest of the team, as we're going to be bringing you all the updates coming from Nigeria and the rest of the world. Have a very good morning. And to all those that have joined us on the sister broadcast, I say good morning and Happy New Year as we continue to celebrate the new year.
Thank you very much, Yomi. We catch up later.
Bye for now.
Bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Mr. Light.
All right, let me first sort out my daughter. She needs to have some extra breakfast that has been delayed. As we continue our push, we will not give up. That is the message. Switch off the heater. So that you still want the break? Do you still want me to make for you? All right. Happy New Year once again. Switch off the heater, please. No going back. Yoruba Nation for life. Good morning, every one of us. Let's play this while a lot of us have listened to it before. It seems that a lot of us needs to understand that we can never be one. There's no amount of the push. Yoruba is different from Nigeria, and that is the fact. So whether you like it or not, the end of Nigeria is just coming bit by bit. And we will get there whether they like it or not.
What's going on in the Northwest is the Hausa Fulani fights. We don't mention it. That is the bottom line. The Fulani man feels anytime he comes to town, he's molested, he's killed. The Hausa man believes that the Fulani man, using his headsmen, enters his farm and destroys his crops. So it's been a long time, I'm sure you're aware, it's been a long time issue that had not been addressed. So it's a political issue.
The difference between Fulanis and the Hausa is that Fulani, they have their own tribe. They have their own language. Yes. The way they speak is different from Hausa. Yes. If you listen to a Fulani man speaking, yes, with the way a Hausa man will speak, yes, they are quite different. Yes. But what makes them to become one is that religion. They came with that religion and they said to them they are one. But yes, it's good that religion make you one. But at the same time, if you people say are one, then why, because of the religion, you later become emir in their states. A state that is supposed to be ruled, governed by a Hausa man. When you go to Kano, when you go to Katsina, they even extended into Sokoto. You even go to Kaduna, you will see it's a Fulani man. It's a place that is supposed to be dominated, it's supposed to be ruled by the people of that state. By the people of that state, but you will see a Fulani man become. So Fulani man, their play, for me, it's like they betray them. For me, that's for me. For me, it's like they come with a deception. They come and they deceive you people, they give you the religion and they take over the resources of you people. people, the thing that you're supposed to be ruling, something that is supposed to become dominant for it, they are the one who are dominating it. You can see that. You can see that Hausa man has never become a president in this country. Why? Because Fulani man, they have been deceiving the Hausa people. We are one because of religion, but they never become president. And Fulani, let me tell you, Fulani are not beggars, to be honest. Yes, let me just say the truth. Why is it that Fulani people are not beggars? It's because they are the one who have been hijacking the treasure of this land to themselves. They are the one who have been accumulating the treasure of this country for themselves. So there are children who are staying in the villages with their cows. They don't beg and they don't marry. They don't marry a lot of women. You never see a Fulani man marrying, having many children like that. But I don't know why they came and they allowed the Hausa plan. They allowed the Hausas to marry, to get more people, to get more population. You know, for me, they want the Hausa people to get more children, more population, so that in times of politics, you know, they talk of democracy is a game of numbers. So they need that numbers, and the Hausa people are the one producing those children. And you can see the people that they are using to go and to do this killing, majority are the Hausas. But the one who you will discover leading is a Fulani man. And the leader, the gang road leader is a Fulani man. While the majority that will follow behind are the Hausas. So they are using the Hausas to achieve their aim, to achieve their goal. But now I'm glad that the Hausa people are discovering the truth. Why will a Fulani man come and put something in your mind which is not the real you? They come and they change the real you. Because the Hausa man, I can assure to you, if you live with a Hausa man, it's a man that believes that he just needs peace. But Fulani man, they came, they changed him. Hausa man become a toxic, he becomes so hard to understand because a Fulani man came and deceived him with a wrong way of lifestyle. What I want the Hausa to do is to stop listening to Fulani, because Fulani, they bring division for us. Fulani, they are the cause of our problem that we are having today. Fulani are people that they don't forgive. Yes, that's what I had, and I believe it is like that. They can keep something for 100 of years and they will achieve it. Our grandparents used to tell us that those are people that they don't used to forgive something. When they want something, they must get it.
Well, I'm sure some of you are hearing what that man is saying. Can never be tired of listening to that. Continue to play and to play with your life in Nigeria.
In the Northwest is the Hausa Fulani fight.
Play with your life.
Don't mention it.
Breakfast, every one of us.
The Fulani man feels anytime he comes to town, he's molested, he's killed.
Okay, why?
The Hausa man believes that the Fulani man, using his headsmen, enters his farm and destroys his crops. So it's been a long time, I'm sure you're aware, it's been a long time issue that had not been addressed. So it's a political issue.
The difference between Fulanis and the Hausa is that Fulani, they have their own tribe. They have their own language. Yes. The way they speak is different from Hausa. Yes. If you listen to a Fulani man speaking, yes, with the way Hausa man will speak, yes, they are quite different. Yes. But what makes them to become one is that religion. They came with that religion and they said to them they are one. But yes, it's good that religion makes you one. But at the same time, if you people say I want, then why, you know, because of the religion, you later become emir in their states. You know, a state that is supposed to be ruled, governed by a Hausa man. When you go to Kano, when you go to Katsina, they even extended into Sokoto. You even go to Kaduna, you will see it's a Fulani man. It's a place that is supposed to be dominated, it's supposed to be ruled by the people of that state. By the people of that state, but you will see a Fulani man become. So Fulani man, they are play. For me, it's like they betray them. For me, that's for me. For me, it's like they come with a deception. You know, they come and they deceive you people, they give you the religion and they take over the resources of you people. People, the thing that you're supposed to be ruling, something that is supposed to become dominant for it, they are the one who are dominating it. You can see that. You can see that Hausa man has never become a president in this country. Why? Because Fulani man, they have been deceiving the Hausa people. We are one because of religion, but they never become president. And Fulani, let me tell you, Fulani are not beggars, to be honest. Yes, let me just say the truth. Why is it that Fulani people are not beggars? It's because they are the one who have been hijacking the treasure of this land to themselves. They are the one who have been accumulating the treasure of this country for themselves. So there are children who are staying in the villages with their cows. They don't beg and they don't marry. They don't marry a lot of women. You never see a Fulani man marrying, having many children like that. But I don't know why they came and they allowed the Hausa plan. They allowed the Hausas to marry, to get more people, to get more population. You know, for me, they want the Hausa people to get more children, more population, so that in terms of politics, you know, they talk of democracy, it's a game of numbers. So they need that numbers, and the Hausa people are the one producing those children. And you can see the people that they are using to go and to do this killing, majority are the Hausas. But the one who you will discover leading is a Fulani man. The leader, the gang role leader is a Fulani man. While the majority that will follow behind are the Hausas. So they are using the Hausas to achieve their aim, to achieve their goal. But now I'm glad that the Hausa people are discovering the truth. Why would a Fulani man come and put something in your mind which is not the real you? They come and they change the real you. Because the Hausa man, I can assure to you, if you live with a Hausa man, it's a man that believes that he just needs peace. But Fulani man, they came, they changed him. Hausa man become a toxic, he becomes so hard to understand because a Fulani man came and deceived him with a wrong way of lifestyle. What I want the Hausa to do is to stop listening to Fulani, because Fulani, they bring division for us. Fulani, they are the cause of our problem that we are having today. Fulani are people that they don't forgive. Yes, that's what I had, and I believe it is like that. They can keep something for 100 of years and they will achieve it. Our grandparents used to know that those are people that they don't used to forgive something. When they want something, they must get it.
Which is it for you, Dr. Badaya? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. How will the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
Start a civil war. We will get there. Let's just continue to educate more people. Listen to it again.
Is going on in the Northwest is the Hausa Fulani fight. You know, we don't mention it. That is the bottom line. the Fulani man feels anytime he comes to town, he's molested, he's killed. The Hausa man believes that the Fulani man using his headsmen enters his farm and destroys his crops. So it's been a long time, I'm sure you're aware, it's been a long time issue that had not been addressed. So it's a political issue.
The difference between Fulanis and the Hausa is that Fulani, they have their own tribe. They have their own language. Yes. The way they speak is different from Hausa. Yes. If you listen to a Fulani,
thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this will help us to have a conversation about the Nigerian unity. I just brush for, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement. Nigeria is not a nation.
Okay.
It's a mere geographical expression.
Okay.
There are no Nigerians.
Okay.
In the same sense as there are English,
okay,
Welsh, or French.
Okay.
The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation, okay, to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western region. The second one, and I quote, "It is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation, and the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit." This is accredited to Sir Amado Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. The third, and I quote, "Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only a British intention for the country." This is...
So, Mokibogwa, happy Friday, and this is the first Friday of the month of January. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, and it's exactly 8 minutes past 12. My kitchen clock is about almost faster because we set it like that. Moki gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri, as I always say, mo kí wa ní kíkí ọlá, mo kí wa pé Ọlọ́run tí ó dá wa ní ìran tó dáa. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí Professor Banji Akintoye, the leader of the Yoruba Self-Determination Campaign. Látọ̀dọ̀ tí wọ́n a kí ìyàwó wọn tí wọ́n ti ṣaláìsí, jọra gbọ́dọ̀ kí wọn, even though she's no longer with us. She's a warrior, just like many other Yoruba warriors. Talani, Funmilayo Ransom Kuti, and many more like that. Tí a lè rántí orúkọ gbogbo wọn straight away. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ k'Ọlọ́run kó túbọ̀ foríjì ìyá náà. Mo wá káwọn tó ṣì wà láyé tó jẹ́ àwọn ìyá wa tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní gbogbo different part of Yoruba land. Látọ̀dọ̀ ìyá wa Sister Elaine kò gbọ́dọ̀ kú, ìyá jagun. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo àwọn groups tí a mọ̀ sí Ìgbòho Iron Lady. Mo kí Motivate, k'Ọlọ́run foríjì ìyá wa Janet Fashakin. She was the pioneer of that and many other groups, as we all know, lórí Yoruba Nation. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí Olóyè Ìgbòho, tàbá wá ń kí Olóyè a máa àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀, their mothers. Without them, ó máa difficult fún Olóyè láti operate bí a ṣe fẹ́, so a kí àwọn ìyàwó wọn dáadáa. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ìyá tó bí èmi náà, mo wá kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin mọ́mì wa. Mo kẹ́yìn tí ẹ behind the scene. Mo kẹ́yìn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, the academians of Yoruba people. Àwọn Yorùbá gbòde. I have the privilege láti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá. Most people might not be on the forum like báwa ṣe ń ṣe program, but mo lè assure wa pé many Yoruba people are working behind the scene. Mo kí gbogbo ibi tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wà ní Brazil, Cuba, Argentina. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo wa pé 2025 kò ṣe kákọ̀ fẹ́ni sọ pé ó máa happen. Bí a bá sọ́pọ́ọ̀tì Olóyè Ìgbòho àti Bàbá Akíntóyè, the vision would not happen. Mo kí àwọn tí wọ́n àtàkì Bàbá Akíntóyè, gbogbo yín náà là ń rí. Mo dẹ̀ kẹ́yìn tí ẹ̀ àtàkì Olóyè Ìgbòho náà. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin yan wa. Mo kí àwọn GR1. Mo dẹ̀ kí àwọn ìyàwó tèmi náà. Mo kí àwọn family. Àwọn oníṣẹ́ méjì is to let you know that Yoruba láǹfààní nísìn láti push out of Nigeria, but ǹjẹ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe tán when the clarion call is made? Àbáṣe máa tún ráhùn tó máa sọ pé no, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún lọ fún Tinubu láyè ní 2027. Option yẹn ó wà lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa. Nígbà táwa kan ní ká má fún láyè, ẹni torí a nífẹ̀ẹ́. So this time around, tó bá ti lu aago, àbò wà lára àwọn tó ṣì ń sọ pé Koiki, ìwọ ló máa jókòó sí UK, ló máa announce fún wa pé ká jáde. Bẹ́ẹ̀ jáde problem tí yín nìyẹn, kò ṣe problem tèmi. Look, ọmọ mi nìyẹn, ó ṣe jẹun tán. Èyí tí mò ń jẹ, mo ti parí ẹ̀, mo ti wà full up already, ebi kọ́ ló ń pa wá. And that goes to every diaspora. Kódà àwọn tó wà ní àwọn ìlú tó jẹ́ African country, wọ́n ṣe ìróúnjẹ jẹjọ ní tẹ̀wá Nàìjíríà lọ. So tẹ bá ní ṣé ìwọ ló máa ṣàlàyé fún wa ká jáde, ìwọ lẹ́nu ẹ gbọ́rọ̀. Mo mọ̀ pé bí àwọn kan ṣe sọ, Koiki má jẹ́ káwọn yẹn kọ́ distracted. You are a player bí Ronaldo nìyẹn nínú Yorùbá nation. Tí Ronaldo bá wà lórí pitch, kó wà lórí pitch lásán, kó má jẹ́ kó dà sí lára o. Tó mọ̀ tó ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, mo sọ fún tẹ bá ti jẹun, kẹ mú iPad yẹn wé. Lójú wo kò lò. Ronaldo àbí Messi bá wà lórí pitch, àbí Oyama, àbí ṣé Oyama lẹ́ ń pè, Man U tẹ perform dáadáa, Man U kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Perform dáadáa, perform kẹjẹ́ kó rí wá wù, àwa ọmọ Man U. Tí Ronaldo bá wà lórí pitch, Ronaldo lè ní. Tó bá gba síbẹ̀ yẹn, tó gbá bọ́ọ̀ lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn, Ronaldo mọ bí bọ́ọ̀ yẹn ṣe máa control padà wá. Torí tẹ bá ti gbé bọ́ọ̀ fún, ó mọ bó ṣe máa ṣe. So àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run, àṣìṣe débẹ̀ ni. Mo wá kí gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣàìsùn. Yes. Àwọn tó ń ṣàìsùn. Mo kí PA Bàbá Akíntóyè, Ọbalọ́lá. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn security tó ń bá wa tọ́jú bàbá. Mo kí àwọn chef, mo kí àwọn medical personnel. Bàbá is strong, so there's nothing for us to be worried about. Kákọ̀ máa fàdúrà ràn lọ́wọ́ ni. Mo máa ń sọ fún yín pé ìjà ẹ̀sìn òun kọ́ la gbé dání. And yesterday we proved that again. Àǹfààní ni mo pè yá wa kan. I won't go into all the details. Because mo sọ fún yín pé àwọn information kan wà, wọ́n máa wà classify. Mo wá pè wọ́n náà ṣe kírun tán ni. Mo kàn ń kọ́ tẹ̀ ni o. Ìjọba mo fẹ́ fún yín ní gbogbo background ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní bó ṣe ń pè mí ẹ̀ mo wà lórí ìrun ni. But báwọn bá rí kọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀, báwọn ṣe parí ìrun yẹn, àwọn rí páwọn rí kọ́ọ̀lù mi, kò ṣe pé nígbà tí wọ́n ń kírun ni wọ́n rí kọ́ọ̀lù tó ń bọ̀ after tó sùjú tó sálámọ̀. So I'm a Muslim and I still remain a Muslim. Muslim ni mí, ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè lé wa kúrò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. So mo máa ń wọ́ndà táwọn kan bá náà ń jẹ́jà ẹ̀sìn. Àwa gan lẹ́ẹ̀ká máa jàjà ẹ̀sìn. Àwa tá gbé Yorùbá nation dání. Ìjẹ̀sìn kan la gbé dání. I have stated this clearly láti ọdún mẹ́rin. I was born, raised as a Muslim. Alhaji dẹ̀ ni bàbá mi. so gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ máa attack Allah attack Allah dáadáa àjọ máa gbé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ni ẹ gbọ́ mi kí ni mo sọ gbogbo wájọ máa gbé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àti mùsùlùmí o àti kìrìsìtẹ́nì o àti oníṣẹ̀ṣe o gbogbo wájọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ni Allah gbogbo bẹ ṣe ń sọ yẹn it's okay ẹ lè lé Muslim ẹ lè lé Islam kúrò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kò possible kí ni mo sọ kò possible báwo sí láyé ẹ̀sìn Islam á ṣe máa lọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àbẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀sìn àbáláyé wa tá à ń pè ní ìṣẹ̀ṣe ẹ lè molest ẹ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ nobody will disrespect any religion do your own thing èhun là ń sọ àwọn olóṣèlú gangan àwọn ni wọ́n ń dá wàhálà yẹn sílẹ̀ nígbà tí mo pe ìyá wa ìlànà wọ́n wá pè mí padà wọ́n ní Koiki báwọn ṣe kírun tán I called her on video call and she brought out a Bible. Wọ́n ní Psalm èmi gan àwa gan tó ń sọ fún pé ká sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ lọ máa ka Psalm mélòó la fi rántí. Wọ́n ní Psalm kan wà tí bàbá wa kan ti fún wa pé inú Bible ni Psalm yẹn wà ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ bíbá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ attack ara yín lórí ìjà ẹ̀sìn. That is what the politician wants so that kẹ́nu wa kó má bàa kò lé àwọn lórí níbi táwọn ti ń jẹ tí wọ́n lè jẹ ebi ò pẹ́ mi I keep say ẹni tó wà labroad ebi ò lè pa possibility pé bí máa pààyàn labroad á jẹ́ pé nìyẹn obi ó ti bí àkọ́kọ́ rán pẹ̀lú brain ẹ̀ ìyá wa ìwà ń fi Bible wọ̀n mí I'm talking about ọ̀rọ̀ tó ti pẹ̀lú eléyìí wọ́n ní báwọn ṣe kírun tán àwọn máa wá ń gbé Bible yẹn àwọn máa wá lọ sí Psalm yẹn wọ́n ti fi nǹkan sáàrin Bible yẹn kíní bí tán máa fi máa ṣí page yẹn wọ́n wá ń ka Psalm yẹn láti fi ṣàdúrà fún Lóyè Ìgbòho do you see that? ṣe rí i pé tá a bá ń sọ fẹ́yìn tí ẹ̀ ń jàjẹ̀ sìn pé ẹ̀kan àtàkàrà yín to get distracted by the politician ẹni tó bá ń wù ní right láti lọ sí Mecca ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ fi lọ sí Mecca tó bá jẹ́ pé Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo ló ń ṣe ni let them do ẹni tó fi lọ Jerusalem but intan sọ ni pé a fẹ́ Yorùbá land a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá country a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation a fẹ́ ní independent a fẹ́ ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń lọ sí Benin ó dà pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ tí understand ẹ mọ̀ kí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wọnú Benin Republic ìlú mi lẹ́wà yẹn ṣèbí gbogbo àná la máa ní ìwọ tó ò dé Benin gan rí o tí dé Benin rí o ṣáà ń gbọ́ táwọn sọ pé tó bá lọ Benin Republic kò ń ṣe England o kò ń ṣe UK o kò ń ṣe America o kò ń ṣe sa tó bá dé Benin Republic wàá rí pé atẹ́gùn kan máa fẹ́ sí ẹ lára ṣe jẹ́ ká divide Nàìjíríà kódà ká lè ní separate country intan sọ nìyẹn tó ń di kò yé wa Tinubu máa fún wa ní restructure kí la fẹ́ dúró de restructure fún nígbà tá a bá lè gba country yẹn nísìn mo kí Azeez Gbadesere mo kí Yẹmí Fátókí mo kí Ọ̀bani Jésù mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bẹ l'Ábùjá mo kí àwọn ọlọ́pàá mo gbọ́dọ̀ pípọ̀ ẹ̀ má bínú ẹ jẹ́ sáré mú kankan fún kẹ́ máa gbọ́ yẹn lọ. Hold on, Bami. Hold on. I just call you through somewhere.
Yes, the way they speak is different from Hausa. Yes. If you listen to a Fulani man speaking, yes, with the way Hausa man will speak, yes, they are quite different. Yes. But what makes them to become one is that religion. They came with that religion and they said to them they are one. But yes, it's good that religion make you one. But at the same time, if you people say I want, then why, because of the religion, you later become emir in their states. A state that is supposed to be ruled, governed by a Hausa man. When you go to Kano, when you go to Katsina, they even extended into Sokoto. You even go to Kaduna, you will see it's a Fulani man. Yeah. It's a place that is supposed to be dominated, it's supposed to be ruled by the people of that state. By the people of that state, but you will see a Fulani man become. So Fulani man, their play, for me, it's like they betray them. For me, that's for me. For me, it's like they come with a deception. You know, they come and they deceive you people, they give you the religion and they take over the resources of you people. People, the thing that you're supposed to be ruling, something that you're supposed to become dominant for it, they are the one who are dominating it. You can see that. You can see that Hausa man has never become a president in this country. Why? Because Fulani man, they have been deceiving the Hausa people. We are one because of religion, but they never become president. And Fulani, let me tell you, Fulani are not beggars, to be honest. Yes, let me just say the truth. Why is it that Fulani people are not beggars? It's because they are the one who have been hijacking the treasure of this land to themselves. They are the one who have been accumulating the treasure of this country for themselves. So there are children who are staying in the villages with their cows. They don't beg and they don't marry. They don't marry a lot of women. You never see a Fulani man marry.
Moki gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí dúdùn ló máa sùn bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ̀ àwa la ní sí àgbẹ̀yìn bí àṣà olóyè olóyè ní àwa wo àwa la ní sí àgbẹ̀yìn Yoruba nation no going back ẹ má bínú font mo fi gba kọ́ọ̀lù yìí òun kó lè ká fi ṣe Facebook but we had to go to Starr Radio láti lọ kí àwọn Archie níbẹ̀ because they are still our partners and we still appreciate the work there on the Starr Radio network. A very good morning, Mukia Babami Iwaloye, Muki Momsile Nkonsi, Mukia our Grace Olúṣòótọ́, mo fi ojú pa gbogbo wa rẹ́, Muki bẹ̀ ṣe ń wọlé lọ́tún lọ́sẹ̀. Bá ti ṣe sọ gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa kò ní sí live broadcast lórí Koikimedia YouTube channel. Muki Gbẹ̀du Olúgbẹ̀du magazine. Brother mi dáadáa mo kí ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun kò ní sú wa kò ní rẹwà ní ṣe lásán àwa la máa ṣe àṣeyọrí lórí ìtagbédání ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Twitter ẹ ká switch around as well. Bàbá mi Joseph Boboye mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Bàbá Timothy láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kí oṣù yìí tó parí gbogbo ibi tí ó kù sí níbi iṣẹ́ ti bí mọ́tò yẹn parí ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run á bò mí láṣìírí ìnáwó pọ̀ ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ fún èèyàn wa ìjọ rally ni wọ́n ti ń polongo pó ń bọ̀ yìí and I need the mọ́tò I need the this I need the tẹ̀tí mọ̀ pé rally ń bọ̀ nígbà tí mi ń sọ yẹn and I'm being honest now tí wọ́n ti sọ fún wa pé rally ń bọ̀ ṣé kò jẹ́ ká máa prepare ṣé ó dìgbà tí rally tó bá wọlé dé tọ́ni tó yá wọ́n ti announce o ìgbà la máa sáré ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo mọ̀ pé a ti ṣènáwó ní Christmas New Year mo kí ìyá mi Táíwò Kíkẹ́ Fásọmí mo fi tẹlẹ́dùmarè kí yín mọ́mì torí mọ́mì ní ẹni tó bá ti bímọ mọ́mì náà ni ẹ jọ̀ọ́ Síkírù Àlàní mo kí ẹ nídòwó politician ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe ìtawà fẹ́ jẹ kọ́lá là ń béèrè fún owó ta fẹ́ fi ṣe operation ni ká jọ jẹ́ kí publicity Yorùbá nation kí nǹkan lè dùn dáadáa torí àwọn kan tí ń sọ nísìnyí pé kò ní ṣeé ṣe kò ní possible àmúrò àwọn àǹjọ̀nú àwọn èèyàn àwọn kan tí ń sọ pé kò lè possible pé ká lọ gbẹ́nu dákẹ́ àbí gbogbo aṣáára ti gbọ́ ọ́díò yẹn ṣé kí n máa play fún yín ni ṣe rò pé àwọn ọ́díò yẹn máa bà wá nú jẹ́ ni kò lè bà wá nú jẹ́ encouragement ló jẹ́ fáwa lóòótọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ti wá lóòótọ́ gbogbo yín náà lẹ́ ń sọ fún wa pé Kóìkì ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì wá kò possible ká má gbérù kan báyìí dání èèyàn mélòó ló máa lọ ṣe bí olóyè Ìgbòho ìyẹn là ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa we need a lot of people èyí tẹ́ wà lórí Twitter máa end ibẹ̀ yẹn o so that ká lè start ti bí báyìí we need a lot of people láti jẹ́ kájọ ṣe ìrìn àjò yìí a ní òṣèjà rẹ pé ẹ fún wa ní support ẹ jẹ́ kájọ gbé yẹ̀wò kájọ ṣe kájọ délẹ̀ lérí together and we will get there ní kẹ́ fún wa lówó pa fẹ́ lọ kọ́ studio sí mo fẹ́ studio kọ́ ni mo need I don't need a studio ẹ tẹ́ wa mi báyìí jẹ́ ká end ẹ̀ báyìí cause a lè ṣe méjì a lè ṣe Twitter méjì kò possible we don't need the money for studio we need money for operation mo kí brother mi Alani assalamu alaikum fún gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ń bẹ lókè ògùn mo kí ebi òun fẹ́ sọ pé àwọn security wa because I equipped wọn tó tabani security ìyá mi Abọ́sẹ̀dé Rachel mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ kí mo kí gbogbo àwọn medias wa látòkè délẹ̀ láyọ̀ ẹnì kankan sílẹ̀ whether we mention their names or not olúkálùkù ló ní bó ṣe ń play game Yorùbá nation ẹ̀ tó ń jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn máa jáde èèyàn kan ọ̀dẹ̀ lè ṣe gbogbo alámọ̀ yẹn but àwa tí a fi ẹ̀mí ta fi parí ẹ fún wa ní support yẹn without the support Bishop Adesina mo kí ẹ Bishop Adesina ó ń fi rúbà ṣe bẹbẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ èmi máa sọ fún yín kò ń ṣe dandan ni pé kí accept ẹ we are not begging anybody to accept rúbà rúbà is part of pé à ń ṣe campaign tí wọn náà kódà tó bá jẹ ìbára àwọn kan tó sọ fún wa pé Koiki wọn máa ń fẹ́ gbá football eventually Alhaja Queen Naira travel to South Africa it was a complete messed up Aziz Sakiru Mokie. We must push everything. We must attempt to do everything legally without no weapon or afe payan, afe seyan lese. No. Rúbà tí ìpààyàn nísìn. Football ta fẹ́ lọ ṣe ó fail. Eventually ẹwà àwọn Biafra kó tó mú Sam tí mi ti tutù. Lọ́n ṣàánú wa kábíyèsí ẹ̀. Wọ́n fi wá lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Ti gbàgbé pé mo fi tí síbẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ wo gbà táwọn kan tó mú Simon Ekpa ṣe mọ̀ pé lọ gbá football ṣe mọ̀ pé part of pé a jẹ́ UNPO ó fún wa ní access láti engage in many activities tabarẹ́ lòmíì tó tún lè sọ pé a nìkan míì ta lè fi jẹ́ kí Yorùbá nation kó tètè ní publicity kó tètè ní lọ síwájú tó dẹ̀ ní mú ìtàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ wá ẹ wá sọ fún wa bọ̀ kò ń ṣe pé ká wá pull structure kan down tí a rẹ̀ tí ní míì. So, and that is why on this platform, nígbà tí Dúpẹ́ dé gan sẹ̀, ṣé àfún ní gbogbo support ni? Àbẹ́tì gbàgbé tó náà 5 million petition, ẹ mọ wàhálà tí gbogbo wa ṣe. Ẹ wo bí tó já sí nísìn. Kò mú result kankan wá. It's just a waste of time. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ wà, wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé yẹn pé torí Dúpẹ́ ó ní nǹkan lọ́wọ́. Dúpẹ́ tá bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí bá ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí lẹ́yìn pé a rí lórí fídíò call a lè sọ pé bí báyìí ló wà gbogbo alámọ̀ pé olóyè wà ní Germany gbogbo ilẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Koiki wà ní UK gbogbo alámọ̀ pé bàbá Akíntóyè wà ní Benin Republic gbogbo alámọ̀ pé Bishop wà ní Yoruba land gbogbo alámọ̀ bí tí bàbá mi Adéọ̀ṣun Timothy wà ní Yoruba land níbo ni Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí wà wọ́n ní kí ló dé ta ṣe fẹ́ mọ ibi tó wà ṣe rí pé that is the problem. Ẹni tí a fẹ́ máa tẹ̀lé, ta fẹ́ jẹ́ kó fún wa ní information, mọ ibi tó wà. A dẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé bí ṣùgọ̀mù. Èbé mi mọ ibi tí ìjìnlẹ̀ wà. Ìjìnlẹ̀ wà ní Turkey. Tí bá fẹ́ rí ìjìnlẹ̀ nísìn, màá wọ plane, màá lọ bá ní Turkey. Mo ní ìwé tó gbé mi dé Turkey. Ìjìnlẹ̀ ò lè wá sí UK ni torí pé ó máa gba visa. But Ọlọ́run ní gbogbo olúkálukú wa ìrìn àjò ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Èmi náà tó bá yẹ pé mo sí mi nísìn wọ́n ní exposure débi pé UK ló ẹ̀kọ́ wá tó bá yẹ pé ọ̀nà Libya lọ gbé mi lọ ní olú ẹlẹ́ máa ti wọ gbogbo àwọn tó wà Libya tó bá l'opportunity wọ́n fẹ́ wọ UK kò ń ṣe pé a fi ń ba ara wa jẹ́ so tí bá fẹ́ rí ìjìnlẹ̀ nísìn mo mọ ó da ìjìnlẹ̀ ó da àti búra wa ó da jáàtẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ká jókòó kájọ sọ̀rọ̀ kájọ jókòó kájọ sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ ṣé ọmọ bíi Dúpẹ́ wà ṣé ẹ ríra ni tó wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ní Turkey ni ìjìnlẹ̀ bó ṣe wà yẹn kò mọ bí tí Dúpẹ́ wà o that is somebody tó ó dẹ̀ mọ bí tí Ìgbòho wà ó mọ bí tí bàbá Akíntóyè wà and the same thing goes to the rest of them as well so why are we living in denial ẹ fẹ́ káwá máa tàwa máa ok Tinubu tí a agree fún gan a mọ bí tí Tinubu wà ṣé Tinubu ti kúrò lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ Bishop àbóṣìwà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ because right now yàtọ̀ sí pé Tinubu bá lo mọ̀gòmọ́gó tó lọ abroad á gbàbẹ̀ lọ sí France wà lọ tún ara ẹ̀ ṣe á lọ tọ́jú ara ẹ̀ á tún padà tó bá go quiet a mọ̀ bí tí Tinubu wà so why are we gonna follow a leader tá a mọ̀ bí tó wà mo kí bàbá mi Iyọlá Adédoyin mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ kí yín so ìyẹn ló ń bá fún àwọn kan tẹ́ bá sọ pé Dúpẹ́ Onítìrí ó mú Yorùbá nation wá from where to where ládùúgbò wo ló mú wá sí Ayọ̀ Brown tó ń sọpọ́tì Dúpẹ́ àríra ilóòótọ́ bọ̀ mo mọ̀ pé Dublin ni màmá yẹn wà ìtorí pé mo ò láǹfààní àti travel lọ sí Dublin tí bá dé Dublin màá mọ ibi tó wà ní Dublin mo ní láti mọlé wọn tí bá ní màmá mo ti wà ní airport ẹ wá gbé mi ní airport. So nígbà tá a dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé okay Dúpẹ́ ò ní kankan tó fẹ́ offer, why then ten burn energy fún débi pé ó wá ń sọ fún yín pé òun ti gba country. Àwa dẹ̀ know that àwọn ò ti gba country, but we are working towards having a country. Àìtí gba country because kó tó lè jáde sọ pé ẹ ti gba country. Ọlọ́run ọba ò títóbi ẹ o. Before tó lè declare pé a ti gba country, you must kò ṣe gbogbo nǹkan lè máa nílò tán, but ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lè prove it beyond. And this is why we are telling Yoruba people ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé wọn náà wọn gba country fún yín ẹ dẹ̀ rí any impact of that country. Àyọ̀dẹ̀ sọ fún pé àwọn ò tí gba country, but kí la lè fi push tá máa fi gba country òun là ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Kí la fẹ́ fi push ni pé kí gbogbo wa ká dàbí Ìgbòho, because the focus is on Ìgbòho alone. Kò jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀, because focus tó wà lórí Ìgbòho tí wọ́n bá mọ̀ pé a ní 300 Ìgbòho torí rẹ̀ mi náà ní sìn Ìgbòho lèmi báyìí. From the media perspective, Ìgbòho ni Bishop Adesina. From the Yoruba perspective, Ìgbòho ni Kayode Mola. From the Yoruba self-determination movement as the deputy. And it goes like that. Níbo ni wọ́n ti fẹ́ jẹ́ Ìgbòho àti Baba Akintoye òun là ń sọ. And it seems that is proving difficult. Moke Nelson Mark, Happy New Year. Ganolo Edeni, Duponitiri, she's doing content and she's a criminal. Because any ẹgbà fún lóyè, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní ẹgbà fún, okay, ta lẹ gbà fún? Because taba ẹgbà country for where? Bàbá mi Gbénga ní níbo lẹ gbà sí? Mo kí ẹ gbogbo ẹ̀yin Biafra. Ọlọ́run bá ń tún àárín yẹn ṣe ẹ̀yin Biafra. So mo bẹ̀ wá ní 2025 yìí kò sí ṣẹ́rí look okay ẹ ti agree pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, but bí kò bá fail ẹ ṣì lè pull back. Yàtọ̀ sí pé kẹ́ máa ṣe gọ̀lúgọ̀lú tí ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ní any destination lẹ́yìn fẹ́ lò, ẹ fẹ́ lo platform Baba Akintoye ní àbí báwo. Mo kí bàbá Bankole Clement. Platform wo lẹ fẹ́ fi gòkè tẹ́ máa fi sọ pé ẹ ti gba country, because platform táwọn lò ní sí ni pé a wà lábẹ́ UNPO, gbogbo nǹkan lọ lábẹ́ òfin. A dẹ̀ ṣe kí ni a ní right láti jáde fún rally àti protest. Mo kí grandma Happy New Year Lé Ajayi. A ní right láti push forward, and kí ni right a ní nígbà tá a ní weapon tá a fẹ́ fi bá government jà. We gonna push out as crowd to demand with placard. Bó ṣe ń ṣe lágbàáyé nìyẹn. That is the normal norm. Tẹ́bẹ́dẹ̀ lè fẹ́ sọ di violent tó máa dìjà tó máa dogun, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ní weapon tẹ́ fẹ́ fi jà. Dẹ̀ ní gbogbo yẹn lọ́wọ́. And Baba Akintoye dẹ̀ ni pé we are not going to use that. We do everything diplomatically. Kò wá mí pé tá a bá ń ṣe rally lọ tó bá turn ugly ó kù sọ́wọ́ government ló máa determine yẹn. Kò ń ṣàwọn Yorùbá nation. Tá a bá yàdé fún rally tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yìnbọn, well the world would have to see the evidence pé because in this world kò sí bí millions of crowds ṣe lè wà tó bá yìnbọn wọ́n máa ṣe investigation pé ta ló kọ́kọ́ trigger pé ìbọn fi jáde nínú bẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ láti investigate ẹ̀. Ṣé àwa Yorùbá nation tá à ń jáde tá à ń pariwo adúpẹ́ Yorùbá nation Yorùbá land tá à ń jó tá à ń lùlù tá à ń kọrin lọ tá à dẹ̀ ní weapon gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì dẹ̀ dé ó wá ní ká disperse a ní àlọ́ until our demands are met, then government ló wá máa decide. Ó dá ta ni leader yín Baba Akintoye, kí Tinubu pé Baba Akintoye ká dẹ̀ mọ̀ bí tá à ń lọ, but tí government bá wá náà fẹ́ lo force, government ti rúfin àgbáyé nìyẹn o. That is what we are saying. Ìyẹn la ṣe sọ pé ìjáde wa, but a lè fẹ́ jáde nísìn kí ló àwọn dúpọ̀ ní tìrì ní gbogbo táǹtà fẹ́ jáde tó bá ti gbọ́ pé olóyè ti ní ọmọ jáde báyìí, ìgbà yẹn lòun náà fẹ́ jáde. Ìgbà yẹn ni Dúpẹ́ náà máa sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ jáde. A lè afford kẹ́ni kankan wá compromise ìrìn àjò tiwa. because ìrìn àjò táwa gbé dání is a complete different ìrìn àjò, but ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn wò pé báwo la ṣe wá fẹ́ ṣe gbogbo kìíní. Ibo ni Yorùbá nation máa ti jáde, inú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà ni. A lè declare Yorùbá nation from outside, a lè declare from the border. It has to be done pé a fẹ́ jáde nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, inú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà láti máa make gbogbo announcement. Okay, yá mi Táíwò Kíkẹ́. And this is why ta ṣe sọ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ tẹ̀lé Dúpẹ́ pé there's nothing wrong, ẹ ti tẹ̀lé, but kò fún yín any content tó lè reach débi pé ó fún yín ní result. And what is the result? Pé ẹ ti gba country tẹ́ gbà kò wá recognize, country tẹ́ gbà kò sẹ́ni kankan tó gbọ́, country tẹ́ gbà kò sẹ́ni kankan tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ yàtọ̀ sí pé àwa táwọn sọ nísìn. So that is on that. Now let's come back to show, to the time where we are on the track. What is the track? A fẹ́ Odùduwà nation, a fẹ́ Yorùbá country, a fẹ́ Yorùbá nation, a fẹ́ wà independent, a fẹ́ wà bí àwọn ìlú kan náà táwọn náà wà independent, a fẹ́ wà in a country tí wọ́n máa ní Yorùbá ni wá nínú bẹ̀. Lóòótọ́ àwọn ẹ̀yà tó máa gbé pẹ̀lú wa àwọn máa jẹ́ àwọn ló máa wá di foreigners. Kọ̀tà bá ti gba country, àwọn tó bá ń gbé pẹ̀lú wa tó bá ti ní citizenship wa tó dẹ̀ ní right láti gbé pẹ̀lú wa, they are foreigners. And we will determine our government. I determine ìjọba tiwa. So báwọn èèyàn ṣe wá nífẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn is what is still concerned to many of us. Mo kí bàbá mi Thomas Ole. It's a big concern. But àwa mọ̀ pé dúdú lọ́sàn máa so. So gbogbo èyí tí ẹ wà against pé kí ìran Yorùbá dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè kan. Ìbéèrè tá à ń bí ni pé what is behind that notion? Táwa náà fẹ́ Yorùbá, a fẹ́ dá dúró, àgbọ́yé ìyá mi. Ẹ̀yin kan dẹ̀ ń reject ẹ̀. Kí ló fà á? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Èní ni Jímọ̀ àkọ́kọ́ nínú ọdún 2025, a ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀. Wọ́n máa interview mi ní orí rédíò kan ní Nàìjíríà, ó ká sọ pé ní ilẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá land ní aago 9 láàárọ̀ ọ̀la. I think that is Nigerian time, ajá aago 8. Wọ́n ti pè mí, mo tẹ̀ rántí orúkọ àwọn radio station yẹn mọ́, but mo ní kó send gbogbo details yẹn sí mi. So tá bá ti go live pẹ̀lú wọn, we might also switch on our own platform as well. But màá jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa ká mọ̀ nígbà tí, but aago 9 Yorùbá land, aago 8 UK land àbí UK time ní àárọ̀ ni o. So wọ́n pè mí pé kí n jọ pé ká wá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Yorùbá nation, you know, and I think it's a political affairs or I don't know, I can't remember. But àwọn iléeṣẹ́ yẹn ti bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá, but it's not a problem. We need that kind of publicity. So gbogbo ẹ̀ náà, tàbára àwọn tó ń pè wá, ká wá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. It is our privilege to go there, ká lọ sọ ìdí tá a ṣe fẹ́ lọ. Kò mú ìjà dání, but it's just that pé àwọn kan wọ́n ní ìjà ni. So ilé ò ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìjà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo lára àwọn, these are past videos. And these are past events that has occurred in Yoruba land. Many of these events, we will continue to push them. Gbogbo bí tí olóyè ti sọ̀rọ̀ before today, we will continue to push it out to remind people that gbogbo ohun tí olóyè máa sọ ní some years back, òun ló wá end up tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ on our land. So that is what I'm going to engage more so that can party breakfast me, because you know I needed more strength to eat. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ gbọ́ wa live torí pé ẹ tẹ̀lé channel ta ní kẹ́ lọ máa tẹ̀lé, the YouTube channel. And fi sórí status me, and we will continue to do so all the time. So àbọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ yẹn nísìn. So tẹ́ bá ń tún wò á jẹ́ pé wà wẹ́ pé our life ni, torí pé ẹ̀ ń dúró pé kí Koiki wá live lórí Koikimedia YouTube channel. And it's like, no, we're not going to do that 2025. 2025, we focus only on one YouTube channel. I pray we mobile YouTube channel here because our common money, Koiki mobile, that is our people. So I say, Mama, I say, but let me know, be a more labidi, you know, is a straightforward. So if you are missing our live broadcast now, to my post the pada sorry, Koikimedia, I just follow channel here. So and there's not much I can do to that. So I want to play some more videos. Mo fẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ this particular one. Kawari ka relate more èyí tí Hausa tó ń jáde. Let's not get confused with them. Àwa fẹ́ lọ, but let them continue to propagate that àwọn náà fẹ́ lọ. And what's serious is not our problem. Moki, Mr. Jide. Our own problem is that we want to go and we must push to go. And how do we push to go? We are coming out for rally at the first quarter. By March, you will know the reality better. Tó bá ti wá bẹ̀rẹ̀, kò wá sí àwọn kan ló ń ṣe. Let us all fold together and make this last push. How long it could last, I don't know. Subject to ti gbogbo wa, ti demand wa has been met. Ti gbogbo wa bá dúró pé until our demands are met, we are going nowhere. Then everybody understand that we are truly serious. So gbogbo èyí tẹ́ wà nílé, this is not the time to joke. This is the time to gather together, ká prepare pé demands wa ni pé a fẹ́ Yoruba land kó dá dúró out of the contraction tó ń pè ní Nigeria. Ibo ló ń pè ní Yoruba land. Àwọn academic tó pè mí lánàá, wọ́n ní Koiki tẹ́ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé it used to be the former western region of Nigeria. Tá bá ń sọ pé Yoruba land tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ yìí, Yoruba nation tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, Yoruba country tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ was the former western region of Nigeria. Ẹ mọ̀ pé báwa ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀, àwọn academics tó ń wò wá lẹ́yìn, tó ń gbọ́ program wa, tó ń wo analysis tá à ń ṣe, wọ́n ní ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ibi tí Igbo, because you are talking about Yoruba land could be in England. Yoruba land could be in Brazil, in Cuba. Ṣé rí pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yẹn ó make sense. So two things la mama add mo program wa lórí Koikimedia. A mama pè ní Yoruba country. Ade ma jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn sì mọ̀ pé òun náà sì ní Yoruba nation. Because we have the right to change the name, even countries ta fẹ́ pè. Yoruba kingdom la máa pè ní Oduduwa republic ni. The first thing ni pé ká kọ́kọ́ pull out of the Yoruba out of Nigeria. Ibo ló ń pè ní Yoruba land. It is the former western region of Nigeria. Mo pọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ yóyí. Because àgbọ́yé Yoruba country ó gbọ́dọ̀ yí àwọn èèyàn nínú ọdún yìí dáadáa ju tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Kò wá ń ṣe pé ẹ kàn ń gbọ́ wọ́n kàn ṣeré the same thing that's 2024. It is all about me and you. Gbogbo wa la gbọ́dọ̀ wà involve. Kò ṣe nígbà tá a bá sọ̀rọ̀ tán àwọn kan jókòó ẹ máa ṣọ́díò gbogbo yẹn ọ̀ràn tó wà nílẹ̀ o. I have left Nigeria 25 years ago. My life has been very best. I have lived, look, at least 25 years that I've lived in the UK, I have tasted freedom. And that for me alone, ìdùnnú ló jẹ́ fún mi. Freedom. Freedom of way I am not told about it were involved in anything that is illegality. Because àwọn kan gbé nílùú iná tẹ́ pé oríṣiríṣi ló ń ṣe. So that access to freedom, I have enjoyed it for 25 years in the UK. Ìwọ tó wà ní Nàìjíríà, ìjọ ti enjoy freedom rí. That you should ask yourself, not me. Èmi tí mo ń gbé ní UK, I have been able to enjoy freedom for the last 25 years. Regardless of who was in party, I am a Labour supporter. But yet, Conservative was in power for a very long time until we chased them away. We chased them away with our voting. And that happened without bloodshed. We chased away the Conservative Party. And they are fẹ́wọ̀n mọ́. We are tired of them for making this country go down. Owó tó yẹ kó fi tọ́jú àwa, wọ́n gbé lọ sí Ukraine, wọ́n lọ fi ń jà. And we can say anything to the government in as much as it is still within your freedom. But anyone in Nigeria, you can also do the same pattern to vote for APC, PDP, Labour Party. But it has to be without bloodshed. We saw bloodshed in 2023 when the election was coming. You know why? Nítorí pé a kì í ṣe ẹ̀yà kan náà, a dẹ̀ kì í ṣe kankan náà. The election was showing us that ọmọ Fúlàní kan fẹ́ vote tó ń pè l'Átíkù, ọmọ Yorùbá kan jáde tó ń pè ní Tinubu, ọmọ Igbo kan jáde tó ń pè ní Peter Obi, olúkálùkù wá láì pẹ̀lú ìtójẹ́ tiẹ̀. Àwa dẹ̀ ni pé that is not what we want. Because everybody that line behind their own people, that means pé nepotism máa wà. Nepotism yẹn ló wá ń play out pẹ̀lú Tinubu lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn. Do you blame him? Ṣé káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó dìbò fún Tinubu, ṣé ká fi Tinubu sílẹ̀ kó lọ dìbò fún Peter Obi? Peter Obi ọmọ Igbo, ẹ̀ṣẹ́ àgbọn tó sọ láàárọ̀ yìí nísìn, ó ní Tinubu wọn attack business òun. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé Yorùbá land, Yorùbá country, Yorùbá independent country láwà, àwa la máa sọ fún Peter Obi pé business tó ń ṣe nílẹ̀ wa yìí, rules and regulations tiwa ló máa lò. But nítorí pé Tinubu ó fẹ́ control Nigeria gẹ́gẹ́ bí president, that means pé attack máa wá látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn Hausa, a máa wá látọ̀dọ̀ Fúlàní, a máa wá látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn Yorùbá náà, a máa wá látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn Igbo àti gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀yà tó kù, nítorí pé ó ń gbé Nàìjíríà sórí. Tó bá jẹ́ pé kò gbé Nàìjíríà sórí, tó jẹ́ pé a kò dá wà gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa tí kò sí nínú Nàìjíríà, tí ó ti cut out away from Nigeria, tá à ń control Yorùbá land, ta ló máa wá sọ fún Tinubu pé bó ṣe ń ṣe ìkòdà? Mọ́là wo ló máa wá sọ fún Tinubu pé bó ṣe ń tọ ọ̀nà yìí tó ń fẹ́ change tax reform, gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ ṣe á jẹ́ pé under Yoruba country, under Yoruba land, under Yoruba system of government ló ti máa operate, not the Nigeria. Ìyàtọ̀ tá à ń sọ fún èèyàn nìyẹn. So Tinubu will continue to be attacked every blessed day because under Nigeria ló gbé rẹ̀ sí. And that is why we are suffering here pé ìyàtọ̀ wà láàrin Nigeria as a country àti Yoruba land as a country. Tí Yoruba bá dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè tiẹ̀, àwa la máa ní province tiwa, tá máa mọ̀ pé okay, ṣé bíbá ẹni Fúlàní fẹ́ gbà wọlé, ẹ lọ díbẹ̀ pa. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Trump wọlé. Ó kù 17 days tí Trump máa fi wọlé, ṣẹ̀rí attack again ní America. Wọ́n ti confirm nísìnyí pé kò ń ṣe accident ló ṣe. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé tá à ń sọ fún pé security ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó ti mẹ́hẹ. And à ń bẹ àwọn governors wa àìtí kúrò nínú Nigeria. We are still in Nigeria. Ẹ̀tọ́ ni káwọn governor tó jẹ́ àwọn olórí state kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ìpínlẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan kó ṣe ààbò fáwọn aráàlú. Because in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní New Orleans nílùú America was a terrorist attack by ISIS. Arákùnrin tó dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn kò ń ṣe èèyàn lásán because ó wà well educated. Mo ti gbọ́ fídíò tó jáde láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. Àbí mo mọ̀gbà tó jáde. Èní ni ọjọ́ kẹta nínú oṣù àkọ́kọ́ ọdún 2025 lórí Koikimedia. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ fẹ́yìn tí à ń bẹ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ẹ má fi ṣe àwàdà, ẹ má fi ṣe eré. Torí pé kí Yorùbá kúrò nínú ìlú tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà kò kí ń ṣe ẹ̀ṣẹ̀, kò mú ìtàjẹ̀ sí ẹ̀sìn kankan, kò wà against ẹ̀sìn kankan. Yorùbá fẹ́ kúrò, ó fẹ́ dá dúró lórílẹ̀-èdè tiẹ̀ tó ń pè ní Yorùbá land, kò tako Christianity, kò tako Islam, kò dẹ̀ tako oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta dẹ̀jọ́ máa ṣe nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, kò sẹ́ni kankan tó máa gbé kankan wálẹ̀ jù kan lọ. Ìṣó ti bá wo gbogbo àwọn mufti wo tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, wọn ò ní understanding. IQ ẹ̀ yàtọ̀ síta wa. Àwọn tó ń àtàkì ìṣẹ̀ṣe the same thing. Ẹ̀yin oníṣẹ̀ṣe tẹ́yìn àtàkì Islam náà the same thing nìyí. Ẹ lè lé ní kankan kúrò. Ṣé àwọn àtọ́ bí as a Muslim nísìn ṣe máa lé mi kúrò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ni ẹ nítorí pé ẹ ṣe ṣẹ̀ṣe kò possible. That is what they will call religious tolerance. Ibi tí constitution ti máa ṣiṣẹ́ nìyẹn, ìkan ọ̀dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ ju kan lọ. Ìtàn sọ nìyẹn. Bọ̀ pé ẹ wá àtàkì ìṣẹ̀ṣe, ẹ àtàkì Islam, ẹ ní understanding tó ń pè ní country nìyẹn. Because gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, púpọ̀ ọ̀nù yóò lè gbé labroad. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń gbé labroad tó ń àtàkì bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n lè àtàkì Christian nílùú ibẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n máa make sure pé wọ́n máa call attention pé no, ó lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o. because ibi tí ẹ̀sìn méjì bá ti ń bára wọn jà nínú ìlú kan friction máa wà ó lè dá ogun sílẹ̀ ṣé ká wá máa jàjà ẹ̀sìn ni àbí a fẹ́ jàjà pé Fúlàní gbé orí wa ó gbé para wọn ìyẹn lè ká máa jà fún but kí la fẹ́ sọ nígbà táwọn kan bá ní àwọn ọ̀nà understanding ẹ̀ ìyẹn la ṣe ń ṣe àlàyé lóòrèkóòrè ká padà sórí pé kí ni à ń sọ nípa àwọn terrorism kò lè kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà nítorí pé àwọn kan fi Nàìjíríà wọ́n fi ń destabilize Africa ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ Nàìjíríà kúrò ẹ rí pé within 20 years ni mo sọ ìyàtọ̀ máa wà a máa mọ who is who ìlú tí mo wà nísìn àwa kan ta jẹ́ foreigner ta wà sílùú yìí wọ́n ti mọ̀ wá pé foreigner nìyẹn even though kò níwèé nílùú yìí kódà tó bá padà gba British passport wọ́n mọ̀ pé kó tó di British bí ẹ síbí bá you are a foreigner. So gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ wá against pé kí Yorùbá kó má kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ tí fún wa ní the reasons ìdí pàtàkì ìdí tó ṣe kókó tẹ́ ṣe ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹni ká dúró kọ́ fún wa ní regional ṣó dìgbà tó bá eliminate gbogbo wa tán nínú Nàìjíríà ni a máa tó máa ṣe kí ni la máa tó mọ̀ pé ó yẹ ká kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àwọn fídíò tí olóyè ti ṣe sẹ́yìn kákọ̀ tó fi remind ara wa pé kò ń ṣe olóyè nìkan ló nídìí Yorùbá land ó kódà àwa tá jẹ́ ọmọ lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ àwa nídẹ̀jòwú lọ because olóyè wà very comfortable Fúlàní 1 million ò dẹ̀ lè dá dúró but èmi àti ẹ tó bá jí àwa gbé tó bá gbé wa ta la máa pè ọlọ́pàá rè á ní òun ò ní bullet á ní òun ò lè ponu mọ́tò Nigeria failed everybody ó fẹ́ẹ̀lì èmi ó fẹ́ẹ̀lì wọ ó fẹ́ẹ̀lì àwọn bàbá wa ó fẹ́ẹ̀lì àwọn ìyá wa and we cannot continue in that trajectory a gbọ́dọ̀ put a full stop to it and this is the time ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gbélé.
tí a bá fa wàhálà tó gbé stéèjì kan tẹ́ ẹ bá kú àwọn ọ̀dọ́ bí àtọ̀ bàbá mi. kì í sàsìkò yìí ogún ọdún lẹ́nu gbangba ìlú láàrin Yorùbá bá pín tí gbogbo wa bá ń jọ ṣe ìgbádùn lẹ́ Yorùbá àwọn alẹ́ wọn bá àti mùsùlùmí báyìí o àti wòlíì báyìí o bọ̀ á kọ́kọ́ dúró ná òmìnira kọ́kọ́ wà fún Yorùbá ná.
ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i bí olóyè ṣe sọ pé tí gbogbo wa tí a bá jọ sowọ́pọ̀ tí a jọ mú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní òkókódùn ìwọ̀n tó jẹ́ chọ́rà tó wà níta o gbọ́dọ̀ ní impact o gbọ́dọ̀ ní input o gbọ́dọ̀ ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ fi ràn lọ́wọ́.
àwọn dẹrù àwọn ẹyẹ lókun ẹsùn ìmùlẹ̀ òkun àti bímọ tí a bá fa wàhálà tó gbé stéèjì kan tẹ́ ẹ bá kú àwọn ọ̀dọ́ bí àtọ̀ bàbá mi.
máa jà sọ́wọ́
owó rẹ̀ sàsìkò yìí kì í sàsìkò yìí ogún ọdún lẹ́nu gbangba ìlú láàrin Yorùbá bá pín tí gbogbo wa bá ń jọ ń ṣe ìgbádùn lẹ́ Yorùbá àwọn alẹ́ wọn bá àti àwọn dẹrù àwọn ẹyẹ lókun ẹsùn ìmùlẹ̀ òkun àti bímọ tí a bá fa wàhálà tó gbé stéèjì kan tẹ́ ẹ bá kú àwọn ọ̀dọ́ bí àtọ̀ bàbá mi.
máa jà sọ́wọ́
owó rẹ̀ sàsìkò yìí kì í sàsìkò yìí ogún ọdún lẹ́nu gbangba ìlú láàrin Yorùbá bá pín tí gbogbo wa bá ń jọ ń ṣe ìgbádùn lẹ́ Yorùbá àwọn alẹ́ wọn bá àti mùsùlùmí báyìí o àti wòlíì báyìí o bọ̀ á kọ́kọ́ dúró ná òmìnira kọ́kọ́ wà fún Yorùbá ná.
òmìnira kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ wà a kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ gba òmìnira náà ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́ èlé lára àwọn past video la kàn fi ń ṣe ìrántí fún gbogbo wa pé this is a task multitask ni olúkálukú máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní role tó fẹ́ play kí a lè fi mú ọ̀nà láti fi tẹ̀ síwájú láti lè dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. nígbà tá a lọ sí Ìgàngàn ní 2021 I was part of that team that travelled to Ìgàngàn ní 2021 ó dàbí àná báyìí.
ó ní pé mo fẹ́ kí ẹ bá wa fi ọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú area commander ìyá wa komisanna polisi wa àti deputy ẹ̀ wọ́n ti pàṣẹ fún area commander pé láti sísí lọ ọmọ wà nílùú wa ń bí báyìí ẹ pàtẹ́wọ́ fún wa. wọ́n ní kí area commander pé ẹnìkan kan gbọ́dọ̀ mú wa ẹnìkan kan sì gbọ́dọ̀ dẹ́rùbà wa komisanna polisi ìyá wa ní kí n sọ fún yín pé ọjọ́ Monday àtòun túbọ̀ torí mi ní fìlú ilẹ̀ rárá. Sábà pẹ́ mi ní sọ̀rọ̀ pé mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ní ọjọ́ Monday, èmi àti komisanna police ìyá dáadáa àti dẹ́pútì ẹ̀ àtúnbọ̀ níbo tí ọ̀gá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́gbà mi gbọ́mọ́ láyé. Ìyá ní láti àsìkò yìí lọ títí tó fi kúrò ní agbègbè wa àlàáfíà ti ṣe kí ni o ti tó fún wa. Àwọn ọmọ wa bí báyìí ní òrìkóòrì láti wá mọ yẹ̀ wá wò. Àwọn ó sì kó ọlọ́pàá tó dáa sí gbogbo òlu fún wa. Ẹnikẹ́ni ò lè jí wa gbé. Ẹnikẹ́ni tí ẹnikẹ́ bá fa ọlọ́pàá sì ní fà wá lásán bí kankan. Ṣùgbọ́n àwa náà ò gbọ́dọ̀ jalè o. Àgbọ̀dọ̀ ṣe ìtẹ́sí
ṣe rí pé 2021 ní olóyè ti sọ pé a ní rúfin o má dẹ̀ fi Yorùbá nation pé ó fẹ́ fi ṣe jàǹbá fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá torí pé a sọ pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá ká wá lọ máa fi pa ọlọ́pàá ká fi pa sójà ká fi pa gbogbo kúkúrú defence ká fi máa attack Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. This I was present kò dẹ̀ sí rally ká jáde throughout tolóye ní pé ní kọ̀rọ̀ dé ẹ lọ ẹ bá ti débẹ̀ yẹn kẹ gbà sí fáwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn torí ìyà ń jẹ ọlọ́pàá náà ọmọ ọlọ́pàá náà wà nínú Nàìjíríà tí ìyà ń jẹ ọmọ ọlọ́pàá wà nínú Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n ní access sí medical tí wọ́n ní access sí good welfare I'm sure ọmọ ọlọ́pàá máa wà lára àwọn tí wọ́n kú nínú stampede kọ́lọ̀ ń foríjì gbogbo àwọn tó kú kọ́lọ̀ bá ń dúró ti àwọn ìyá wọn àtàwọn bàbá wọn ẹ jẹ́ ká tún continue ká gbọ́n tó lóye sọ 2021
ojú títì gbowó.
Ìtọ́lóye dẹ́ sọ ní bíbá tó bá jẹ́ pé Yorùbá land Yorùbá country la ní a ní láti ṣàbẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá kó wá fún wa lábò ìlú tèmi gbé ní bíbá nísìn nígbà tá a bá ti ń san tax wa lọ́ fi ń ṣe kí ni lọ́ fi ń support ọlọ́pàá ní role láti play kí ni role ẹ̀ ni pé kí society kó wà peaceful báwo mo ṣe máa lọ máa bẹ ọlọ́pàá pé kó jọ kó wá fún wa ní ààbò nígbà tó yẹ pé iṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ ni ọlọ́pàá England ó dẹ̀ yàtọ̀ sí ọlọ́pàá Wales ó yàtọ̀ sí ọlọ́pàá Scotland bó tún ṣe wá yẹn ọlọ́pàá London ó yàtọ̀ sí ọlọ́pàá tó wà ní Birmingham but they are all playing the same role láti ṣe ààbò fún ilẹ̀ ibi tí wọ́n ti ń operate. Tá bá ti ní Yorùbá country tiwa tá dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè ọlọ́pàá máa ṣe ààbò fún èmi àti ìwọ wàá lè máa ṣe gbogbo tó yẹ kó ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ìlú wàá dẹ̀ ní role wàá dẹ̀ ní responsibility ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ṣe kò mí péjọ tá bá gba Yorùbá country ó máa lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n ni torí ìlú yìí náà tó bá ṣẹ̀ òfin máa dájọ́ kò wá ń ṣe òfin tó máa dájọ́ fún àwọn tó ń pè ní olówó tó máa yàtọ̀ sí ti mẹ̀kúnnù ìyẹn ò lè possible nígbà tá a bá dé orílẹ̀-èdè wa ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ the same ìyẹn la ṣe máa ń sọ pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ dọ́gba mo kí bàbá lẹ́kìtì ẹ káàbọ̀ so ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ pé yìí tí ẹjọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí ó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa kí a prepare ká mú ẹ̀mí wa sílẹ̀ pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá kúrò nínú ewu tó wà tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà kó tó di pé problem máa dé Amẹ́ríkà ní gbogbo structure wọ́n sì attack Amẹ́ríkà ní New Year's Day èyí sì ní ọjọ́ kẹta 72 hours America was attacked by ISIS ẹni tó attack Amẹ́ríkà inú Amẹ́ríkà náà ló ń gbé ibẹ̀ ló ti kàwé níbẹ̀ ló ti ń ṣe kó tó di pé lọ tún pa àwọn èèyàn àwọn tó pa yẹn nísìn ṣẹ̀wọ̀n pé àwọn ọmọ Amẹ́ríkà máa sọ pé ṣe báwọn sọ fún yín àwọn foreigner tó ń wá yìí tádà àwọn ìlú tó ní gbogbo security nìyẹn FBI ó ti confirm pé ẹni tó fi truck pààyàn àìtí sọ ẹni tó lọ fi mọ́tò tó tún fi explode rẹ̀ ìyẹn kíní àwọn cyber truck bíi Elon Musk yẹn níwájú hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì Trump à ń sọ nípa Amẹ́ríkà tó ní gbogbo resources wọ́n sì attack wọn ní January 1st ìwọ wá ń sọ pé n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ọ̀wọ̀ kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ mò ń bọ̀ jẹ́ lọ mú evidence kan wá fún ẹ. ẹ pàtàkì fún wa. ní láti believe in prophecy mo ti kọ timeline yẹn sílẹ̀ ẹjẹ́ agbọ́n tí Máyọ̀wá sọ ó ṣẹ̀ ṣe 2025 ẹ mọ̀ pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá a gbàgbọ́ nípa pé kọ́ máa sàn kan fún wa ní tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ mo kí gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń wọlé má bínú pé mo lè má dárúkọ yín torí pé kí ni iṣẹ́ tó wà níwájú yìí ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ in tí Máyọ̀wá sọ ní at this junction nígbà tó ń give prophecy ẹ̀ ìyẹn ti ọdún tí wọ́n ń pè ní 2025 ó sọ àwọn ibì kan Nàìjíríà gbèsè tó ń bọ̀ kò ṣe kékeré. Ẹ jẹ́ sáré lọ mú ọ̀rọ̀ ti security yẹn wá ká wá sọ̀rọ̀ ti gbèsè. Ibi tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ wo pointer yẹn ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti 14 minutes 21 seconds. Níbẹ̀ ni Máyọ̀wá ti gbé ọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ má sun àsùnpara bí a ti ṣe ń sọ fún gbogbo àtẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe kíni, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe night vigil. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tó sọ. A fast forward sẹ́yìn díẹ̀ ni o kí a lè mú bẹ́ẹ̀ gangan. Ẹ jẹ́ gbọ́n tí Máyọ̀wá sọ.
Sí ètò ọrọ̀ ajé wọn.
Number 19.
Ìkọkàndínlógún.
The country called India should repent.
Orílẹ̀-èdè tá a pè ní orílẹ̀-èdè India kó lọ ronúkìwàdà.
Because I see division.
Torí mo rí ìpínyà láàrin wọn.
And there will be strange storm there.
Ìjì ńlá, ìjì abàmì yóò sì jà wọ́n.
Number 20.
Ogún rẹ̀.
Blood will be much this year.
Ogún owó yóò tún pọ̀ lọ́dún yìí.
Please, yes.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Please, let's be prayerful.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàdúrà.
Number 21.
Ìkọkànlélógún.
I will just say this in proverb. The king in Oshogbo.
Màá sọ eléyìí
The
lówe.
kings there.
Àwọn ọba lọ́ṣun Òṣogbo.
Ọ̀yọ́.
Ọ̀yọ́.
Ìbàdàn.
Ìbàdàn.
Ìpẹ̀tù Ìjẹ̀ṣà.
Ìpẹ̀tù Ìjẹ̀ṣà.
In Ekiti.
Ní Èkìtì.
In Ondo.
Ní Ondo.
You remember what happened early last
Ṣé rántí
year?
nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ọdún yẹn 2024 tá a parí?
And you remember the prophecy.
Mo rántí dáadáa.
King in Ọ̀ṣun.
Àwọn ọba ní Ọ̀ṣun,
Ọ̀yọ́,
Òṣogbo,
Ìbàdàn,
Ọ̀yọ́,
Ìpẹ̀tù Ìjẹ̀ṣà.
Ìpẹ̀tù Ìjẹ̀ṣà.
Ekiti Ondo.
Èkìtì, Ondo.
These kings should be sensitive.
Kọ́ ní ìmọ̀lára.
They should be sensitive rather.
Kọ́ ní ìmọ̀lára.
They will not kidnap them.
Kọ́ má bàa tún jí wọn gbé.
And I see untimely death.
Mo sì rí ikú òjijì.
I'm not praying that it should happen. No.
Mi ò gbàdúrà kó ṣẹlẹ̀ o.
If they can send this message to them,
Tọ́ bá lè fi ọ̀rọ̀ ìránṣẹ́ sí wọn.
they should
Ṣé mọ̀ pé
go towards it.
káàtẹ́ gbà pé prophecy láti máa jẹ́ níta máa believe lé. Ṣèbí tìlú bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ àwa máa mọ̀ pé ààbò wà fáwọn ọba, ààbò wà fáráàlú. Àní máa rírú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ondo State, ní Ọ̀wọ̀. Àní máa rírú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní January 16 ní last year nígbà tí àwọn Fúlàní tó ju bọ́ǹbù ògùn olóró tó fi pa àwọn èèyàn ní ìlú Ìbàdàn. Àní máa rí gbogbo oríṣiríṣi àjálù tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nítorí pé Nàìjíríà ta wà nínú ẹ̀ làwọn àjálù ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Àjálù tó dẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ti di dandan pé káwọn prophecy máa rí ahead àwọn tí Elédùmarè bá fún ní ìran yẹn. Torí gbogbo wa kọ́ la sùn sójú kan náà, àwọn kan wà tí Elédùmarè tí Ọlọ́run tó ń fún ní information ahead of time. Àwọn tó bá dá ifá nísìn, tó bá dá ifá á sọ mẹ́sẹ̀gì fún ẹ, mẹ́sẹ̀gì yẹn ọdún mẹ́ta nísìn ó lè má ṣiṣẹ́, but ó sì ń padà bọ̀ torí pé mẹ́sẹ̀gì tí ifá gbé kalẹ̀ yẹn. So ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn àti oní tradition àti kristẹni òun kọ́ là ń sọ yìí, ọ̀rọ̀ bá ṣe fẹ́ túra wa sílẹ̀ nínú ìdààmú tí àwọn Britain tó kó wa sí tó ń pè ní the fraudulent 1914 amalgamation. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tí Máyọ̀wá sọ tán. Mo ń bọ̀ àìtídé, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí ètò Koikimedia la wà lórí ẹ̀.
Tọ́ bá lè fi ọ̀rọ̀ ìránṣẹ́ sí wọn.
They should work towards it.
Kàn ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí.
22.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi yẹn sílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí pointer 12 minutes 10 seconds. Fẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ wò ó 12 minutes 10 seconds. Kí ni Prophet Máyọ̀wá tún sọ níbẹ̀ yẹn? Ìwọ ní kò ní sí gbèsè nínú Nàìjíríà. Gbèsè máa wà níbẹ̀ tí a máa fi kúrò nú ẹ̀ ní. Gbóhùn sókè bàbá mi.
If you can remember very well,
Ṣùgbọ́n tẹ bá rántí dáadáa.
the prophecy was fulfilled. I don't want much
Ohun
on
tí
it.
a sọ ó wá sí ìmúṣẹ nípa.
All right. That's number what?
15.
Number 16 now.
Ìkẹrìndínlógún.
The year 2025,
Ọdún yẹ 2025.
Nigeria will go more into debt.
Nàìjíríà yóò tún jẹ gbèsè sí. A ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbèsè ni.
Don't let them deceive you. Pray, 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 pray. It's a
Má
lie.
jẹ́ ọ́ tàn án bó bá gbàdúrà ó.
Ìyẹn nínú wa ṣe máa ń dùn tá a bá rà wọn wòlíì Ọlọ́run tó dúró dáadáa. Tí wọ́n lọ báyìí tó lọ báyìí Nàìjíríà máa wà nínú debt. Má jẹ́ kó fi Ọlọ́run tàn ẹ́ pé kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Ìlú tó bá dẹ̀ wà in debt, kí ló máa wà nínú ẹ̀? Ẹ̀kọ́ sínú comment section. Kidnapping, Australia ti sọ, civil unrest, Australia ti sọ, terrorism, Australia ti sọ, gbogbo ìtàn pè ní welfare. Ẹ má gbàdúrà pé kò ní sí stampede lọ́dún yìí o. Tá a bá sì wà nínú ibi tó ń pè Nàìjíríà, a máa rí stampede. I pray pé kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀, but irọ́ là ń pa fúnra wa. Níbi tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ebi, mo rò pé mo mú pointer yẹn jáde torí mo sì ń gbọ́ lọ́wọ́, mo ì tí gbọ́ tán. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa pé mo fẹ́ pè ní Yorùbá bá ṣe èèyàn àbí kí ló máa ń pè, ẹ mọ̀ pé mi ò gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa. Ebi wo òun lélẹ̀. Bí ó ṣe wà yìí nísìn, ó ti sú mi. Bó ṣe wà yìí, oúnjẹ tí mo rán jẹ yìí. Ìmí la tún máa wá, ta tún máa jẹ. Ètò wà ní fridge àti ìjẹ tán. But ìlú tẹ́bí bá ń pààyàn, there will be stampede, more death ń bọ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ̀rọ Jẹ́ríkà Jésù ṣe Naomi ò gbàdúrà. Ṣé bàbá mi Oríyọmí Hamzat kò ṣàṣàlátù nígbà tó jí láàárọ̀ pé à ń jáde lọ yo, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí ikú ṣẹlẹ̀ níbi tá a ti fẹ́ ṣe ìfẹ́ǹtò, níbi tẹ́bí bá wà. Tẹ́bí bá wà nílùú, stampede, mo sọ pé 1 million Yorùbá máa fẹ̀mí lọ. Ká tó dé ìtàn lọ, ẹni rọ́ ni mò ń pa 35. Èmi ò fi sọ pé torí 35 náà tútù lọ ní last year. Ẹ mọ èèyàn tó kú ní January 16. Ẹ mọ èèyàn tó ń kú lójoojúmọ́. Mo ní average 200 people ló ń kú nílẹ̀ Yorùbá for reason tí kò jẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ láyé. Máa sọ pé they play. Pé kò ní sí debt. That country will never be debt free. Torí olórí burúkú làwọn IMF àti World Bank tó ní ṣoríire tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ fi Nàìjíríà tó fi ń play kàlòkàlò. Òkú máa pọ̀ ní 2025. So ìwọ tó ní òfin kú, òfin jáde fún rally, ikú kan nípa àwa táwa bá jáde. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Àmọ́ pé ò jáde fún rally, ikú máa padà pa iná ní nínú Nàìjíríà. Torí ìlú tó mú ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí Ọlọ́run ti àlákà, tí kò sí àdúrà tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe, tí Nàìjíríà máa fi gbérí mọ́. It has been destroyed from the spiritual realm. Gbogbo wa la ti gbọ́ yẹn. Bó o bá tẹ̀ wá mọ̀, tó o believe in any prophecy, o Ifá ti sọ, tó bá lọ dífá, ẹbí bàbá mi àwọn oníbọ̀ ọ̀gbun àbí kílẹ̀ ń gbé bàbá yẹn. Ẹni kọ́ dífá láàárọ̀ yìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n ò ní pé tán fún yín ni Nàìjíríà ti lọ. Ẹni kí bàbá Adébóyè jáde kó wá sọ fún wa ní tọ́lọ́run fi wọ́n on the spiritual realm. Ẹni kí ìyá wa Esther Ajayi kó jáde kó sọ tọ́lọ́run fi wọ́n from the spiritual realm. Torí àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gbọ́ látẹnu tiwọn. Ta lè fẹ́ máa gbé ní gógó. The debt tó wà ní Nàìjíríà kò ní affect Ṣèyí Tinubu, kò ní affect àwọn family àwọn politician. Sórí ìwọ tó wò mí tó wà nílé, ò ṣe Yorùbá nation. Debt yẹn òun ló máa mẹ́mí ẹ lọ. So nínú debt nílé lọ sí hospital. Nínú ọdún yìí hospital báyìí tẹ́ bá débẹ̀ báyìí kódà ní rí doctor ní rí nurse, gbogbo wọn ti ṣe kíni, wọ́n ti japa. Má jáde tó bá ti sọ pé ká jáde. Bí ìyà ni olóyè ń jẹ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀ ní Canada àti ní Germany, bóyá ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n. Ìyà ń jẹ èmi àti ìwọ àtàwọn family wa. Gbóhùn sókè bàbá mi Máyọ̀.
Àdúrà òun fàkókò rẹ̀ ṣòfò ni o.
Ṣùgbọ́n òun gbàdúrà rẹ̀ ṣòfò. Òun gbàdúrà pé kò ní sí bẹ́ẹ̀. Good boy.
Don't deceive yourself. You will hear when another news is coming out. Just say, they borrow, they borrow.
Má tanra rẹ o. Wà á tún gbọ́ nínú.
Máa sọ pé kò possible. Ká filẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. I can't go further more than this, but I can come back again. Mo kí bàbá wa Jídé. Mo kí bàbá mi Ìwà Lóye. Ìwọ bá gbọ́ díò tí mo release yìí. Bí mi ṣe máa release ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Torí ẹ̀yin kan tẹ ní Koiki. À ń gbádùn ẹ̀bọ̀ sórí 2 hours. Data tó ń ṣe yẹn àní. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń bá yín ṣe àwọn audio yìí. Tí audio yẹn bá ti ń dọ́dọ̀ ti wọ́ lọ jù sí ibi tó yẹ kó jù sí. I can't do more. Ní 1 minute péré àwọn ọmọ ẹbí pa àwọn ọmọ yẹn bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ kíákíá mo ní láti end program.
Mo ní kẹ́tọ́ máa sá lọ owó kan ní JP ní ìlú tó wà in debt.
The currency of that country is a tool of the prevention and economic slavery.
Okay.
Fún àwọn IMF, àwọn àgbáyé, owó ìlú yẹn tẹ́ ẹ bá ná ẹrú náà fi yín ṣe, ẹ máa ṣe làálàá fún àwọn tó ń jèrè níta ni tó yáwó lọ́wọ́ wọn.
Okay.
A borrower is a servant to the lender. Nítorí ẹ̀ ni bí wọ́n ṣe mọ̀ pé jíjẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀ lè san wọ́n tún yá yín lówó sí wọ́n fẹ́ kẹ́ swim nínú poverty ní iṣẹ́ ti IMF ní àwọn gbàdúrà kẹ́ bọ́m̀bẹ̀. Tẹ́bà bí president tó ní wọ́n fẹ́ yáwó lọ́la wọn á fún wọ́n á tún fún ẹ̀ lè bọ́m̀bẹ̀ ni. Churches àwọn international churches nínú Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti ní cryptocurrency wọn tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn ọmọ ọ̀jọ́ wọn crypto wọn ẹ̀ náà fi ń san offering wọn gba náírà mọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ rúbà tí ò láìdíà ẹnu ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ọwọ́ ẹ̀ àwọn tó yé wọ́n patronize wa àwọn tí ò dẹ̀ yé àbẹ́ anybody. Thank you. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni mo kí wa ṣùgbọ́n tí Prophet Mayowa sọ kò sọ̀rọ̀ àdúrà tó lè yọ debt kúrò èmi láti lọ nísìn àwọn ọmọ mi ní the kitchen láti fi ṣe kíni láti fi dáná láti fi lè jẹun àdúrà wa gbà mo kí olóyè Ìgbòho bàbá Akíntóyè mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ẹgbẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ support ilé iṣẹ́ wa yìí a ní ìdòwó láti lè fi jẹ́ kí ìrìn àjò Yorùbá nation tá gbé dání kó lè tẹ̀síwájú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fún wa náà kò ní tán níbẹ̀ o mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti ràn ọwọ́ sí mi pé Koiki kò pọ̀ rárá gbà gbogbo yín ni mo dúpẹ́ fún 2025 yìí let's push kí demand wa kó lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe kíni kó gbọ́ ẹ lè jáde before the end of the year ire o.